holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, full push on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Downtown, full push on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Back to the days, down memory lane. Back to the times when our life was a breeze. Feel the freedom again, my mind was at ease. The sky was so blue when we rolled down the street. So, hey, I just wanna touch your vibe. I just wanna touch your vibe. Hey, I just want a good time, good time. We're driving downtown, full pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, full pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Everything's clear, but the lines are the freeway. Let's do it again, like back in the day. Nothing can stop us from living the feeling. Hey, I just wanna touch your vibe. I just wanna touch your vibe. Hey, I just want a good time, good time. Driving downtown, full pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good feeling. Downtown, full pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day, good day.
Slim, man. Yeah. I'm at a rare tip. Tell them all just stand down till the cup goal and the stands clear. I've been out running, top gunning competition, they know who the man here. I can never fail, I can never fall, counted up without a cashier. And last year was real, 25, I'm a fast on they heels. Built the last, never last up the gear, hit the gas, I'm a mash till a meal. I can't be lacking till it's sealed, cause they too extravagant to chill. I ain't missing no games, road game, watch me bring it home. I lost a couple out here, it's a cold game, but I bounced back from it strong. We had it locked in before they known. It ain't no top 10, I'm the throne. This how you elevate it without selling out. I kept it true to me, ain't never testing clock. Now they like, who is he? Who am I? Never tired of running through a knot. Breaking pressure if you knew or not, cause I could never settle for another spot. Up the level, I'ma make it hot, but I never sweat them. No, they wanna see a king down to his knees. Please, I never let them. This is destiny and I rise every time. All of the odds I defy. They say the eyes never lie. But look in the mind, see the prize. Ball hard, no lesser. This dry mind, no Tesla. This whip glide like Dressler. Full court, I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring. Who you know that did this big, I ain't show it like the rich did. Eating bread like the rich kids, sending headshots and getting gigs. I've been on the run for some months, you know I ain't stopping, they can see it. Vicious with the pen in they mid, could probably kill them all off the lid. This how the pastor act, you get no pass for that. Records my name in the books, you chasing the goal, probably give you a panic attack. Don't need no hand, I don't handling that. Look like they brought Mr. Innocent back. Yeah, I'm the one send them scrambling back. Don't got a thumbnail, I'm still on attack. Don't let them win in my head and repeat, so my focus a camera can snap. We won't go back to no ramen, boy, I got it, yeah, I need platters and napkins and laps. I got that dope, you gon' have to relapse. Who want this smoke, I put packs in the air. Rock out a show, had their hands in the air with my folks in the cut, it's a family affair. I understand why they doubted this line of profession. Don't have too many succeed, but I'm gon' come back with a diamond, you bring that pressure to me.
Take my hand if you dare to stay. Feel the rush, take my breath away. If we fall, then we fall in flames. One more time, here we go again. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come here before it's over, we shine like supernovas. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come here before it's over, we shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. No way back, we can slow it down. Feel the heat as it pulls us out. On the edge, yeah, we touch the flames. Hold your breath and count to 10. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come here before it's over, we shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. I can feel the rise, hold on tight. I can feel the rise, hold on tight. I'm in love with the Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come here before it's over, we shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas.
And the lights are out, you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just hold me. Just hold me. Just hold me.
We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday.
Hey, let's try part 2. Get the audio working on here. Welcome to Raising an Archer here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. I'm here with my good friend Neil. Tell us about Neil. What do you got going on this weekend here in Houston?
We are going to do a live broadcast Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the 3D side. We're here at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo. It is going to be a great event. We are got over 500 archers this year. It's going to be fantastic. We're indoors is the coolest part about that for all you 3D shooters at home. You don't have to get, no sunburn, no heat stroke. The AC's pumping in here.
Yep. What do you think? I mean, this is, I've never really experienced something like this. I've been to it. I've been a part of this for 4 years. This is my 4th year. I've never been a part of something like this where it's just so massive and big, and the amount of youth archers is just almost overwhelming with how many kids are going to be coming in this weekend.
It's fantastic. I think they've got over 200 just on the 3D side alone. So it is open to all Texas residents that are high school aged and younger. So as long as you're still enrolled in high school, the age breakdown, I believe, is 8 to 10 years old. 11 to 13, and 14 to 18 are your 3 classes.
Impressive. So seniors, which seniors are your high schoolers basically, and then you have your junior high and your elementary, and that's kind of how it breaks down. I think we had mentioned this is $140,000 worth of scholarships that is up for grabs. Also, the coveted Grand Champion Award at the end, which is you got to pick one up. They're impressive.
It was heavy. This thing is not for the faint-hearted.
It's an amazing opportunity for these kids, and adding 3D last year really kind of boosted the numbers and kind of changed the dynamic of this shoot. So it's been kind of a roller coaster through all of this, but I mean, we're to the point now we're over 500 archers in a weekend. And there's a lot of logistics. The amount of time that puts into this is amazing. But luckily, we have somebody like you, Neil, that understands 3D and can go ahead and explain this, because this is not my my specialty by any means.
I would say this is, if I was ever going to be an expert at anything, I'm the Oklahoma ASA state director, so I get to work a lot.
You should know it.
I should. Every time somebody asks me the rules, it's like, well, you know what? Let's go look that up together, just so I don't tell you the wrong answer. But this is not just an ASA event. We have 4-H, USA Archery, NFAA Archery, and ASA Archery all coming together across different disciplines, different archery organizations to compete in a common theme, So we're going to go through 20 targets today, 1 arrow each. They'll shoot them 4 at a time. So for next year, if you want to come down here and participate on the 3D side, make sure you have at least 4 arrows. So what they're going to do is they're going to shoot 4 arrows.
At least 4.
At least 4, because you will have other people shooting the same targets. So your archers will be grouped. You need, I think, at least 3 to score, because you'll have 2 official scorekeepers and somebody that will either be calling or observing. Here at this event, they've got a fantastic amount of help. I've seen at least 80 or 100 volunteers walking around.
At least.
And this the support that they are receiving from this organization is unlike anything I've seen in the archery community before. This is absolutely a spectacular event they're putting on.
So we've got some good views of what this place. This is full. Like, we've got 4 different ranges with 4 different distances with a practice range in the middle. So there's basically 5 ranges that are set up here. And Tara and Brad have done an excellent job setting this course. We were here all afternoon. They were working on that. We were working on the video stuff, and we were all here late last night getting this thing set up for everybody.
Tara and Brad are doing a fantastic job. Brad is your former Texas ASA state director. It is now Tara, because Brad has been promoted to first a regional director with the ASA, and then those positions were consolidated. He is now assistant director to the federation director. That's Scott Parrott directly. So he's one step below the guy in charge of the whole program. So
Is it? I've been watching Office a lot. Is it assistant or assistant two?
I'm not really sure. Scott Parrott, I have to be the person to clarify that out there, but he's got Brad's one of two people that work directly with him to keep this whole show spinning. So shout out to Brad and Tara for all that they do for archery, not just in Texas, but across the country. Let's see if anybody is unfamiliar with 3D archery. Real quick, we're going to go through some of the scoring for you, the formats. So you're going to see the 3 smallest rings in a line there. You're going to ignore the very middle one. You have an upper 12 and a lower 12. Normally at an ASA event, both are in play, but you have to call them. That's not true for this event. The upper and the lower are in play all the time. Then you're going to see that 4.5-inch circle inside the replaceable core. That's going to be your 10 ring. The fainter outside ring, it looks about where the animal's lungs would be. That's what we call the 8 line. And anything else outside that is going to be a 5. Or if you're a 3D person, you'd call that a nickel. So try not to shoot many nickels out there. You're aiming for the 12s. The upper and lower are both in play. For this event, you do not have to call them. It's a little harder to keep track of when you're shooting in a group, so that is a little bit more beneficial to the shooters. They are varying distances, and they have, like Scott mentioned earlier, they've set 4 ranges for all the way to your junior class, all the way up through your seniors. So it looks like they have a 15-yard and under, a 20 and under, a 30 and under, and a 40-yard and under. So they've got 80 targets stretched across here.
They do. Plus practice targets as well. Boy, I can't speak.
Yes.
That 1 cup of coffee wasn't enough this morning.
I'd say about put me into a tailspin.
Yeah. How'd you like that?
Espresso on an empty stomach first thing in the morning for me is a recipe for disaster.
Sweet.
But it was delicious. Besides being a podcast genius, Scott also makes a mean cup of coffee. So if you're ever in the Houston area, be sure to go knock on his door.
That's right. Come on by. Always welcome. If I'm there. If I'm there.
Archery is a fantastic sport because you'll see guys out there drinking a Monster Energy, or if you're Chad Shoemake, maybe a NOS Energy. And then we go try to stand very still. Highly caffeinated. So if you're watching now, our archers are shooting their first arrow. They've just called shoot 'em up. So most of the time what you're going to see is they're pulling up those binoculars to see if they liked it or not. This is a game of strategy because, as we mentioned earlier, your upper and lower 12s are at the edge of your 10 ring. That's it can be a high risk, high reward strategy because you want to shoot as many 12s as you can, but because they're at the edge of the 10 ring, they are perilously close to the 8 ring and sometimes even the 5 as well. So it's very, very high risk, and you'll see our archers rotating now to their second of 4 positions.
Hey, let's get one of the cameras on the target as the arrows come in. I want to see what that looks like. So they're on. Like these guys right here, they're going to be on 1 through, roughly, what is it, 1 through
1 through
12.
4? Yeah, 1 through, yeah. This is fantastic. This looks exactly like the ASA Pro-Am does for shoot downs.
Hey, do camera 2. Let's see what camera 2 looks like on the targets. I'm just curious. So this is kind of a new setup for us. We've never done a dedicated live coverage of a 3D shoot like this before.
So you'll see each of those targets has 1 arrow in it. They are shooting in groups of 4. So you see an arrow hit the back there at the back. You see an arrow get stopped by the safety net.
Do target 5. I want to see that one. Go down a little bit. Yeah, zoom in on that one.
There it is.
There we go.
There we go. So there's target 5 right there with 1 arrow in it. That would
Looks
be
like 2 arrows. There's what looks like 1 might be nope. So the one thing that's a little different on this one that I saw in the rules is that the top and the bottom are 12s. You don't have to call them in this competition.
You do not.
So if you aim for the bottom one and you hit the top one, guess what? You just got a 12.
And this archer right here just shot an upper 12. That's the higher of those 2 arrows. The lower arrow is going to be a 10. So now they're rotating again for their 3rd out of 4th target in the group. And this event's really going to flow good. Even with as many archers as we have in here, it looks like it takes them 6 minutes ish to shoot 4 targets, and they give them, I think, another 4 or 5 to go down and score them. So
It'll go quick.
it'll go very quick.
You only got to walk down 5 times and you're done.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, this is for all the out of shape 3D shooters out there.
This is perfect.
This is Cadillac right here.
This is Cadillac.
And the thing that's funny to me is it's all the kids. You know, they could walk 15 miles and not be tired, and all the old guys like me are
Yeah.
we're struggling halfway through. Like, where's our air conditioning? Okay, where's our 4-for-1 walking? So let's see here. Got the archer on target number 5 is about to draw his bow back. The biggest thing about 3D archery is you got to have a game plan going in.
It's Cody Johnson at full draw right now on 5. I know that kid. So we'll see what he scored.
Let's see.
I can't see it.
That
Let's
is
see. It looks
gonna-
like it might be a 12. It's close.
Going to be close.
It's
right,
hard with that dark target.
right at the top of it. Let's see. Now, this is where we get a little controversial. I know we've only been live for about 6 minutes, but let's go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. It has to pull and touch the line to gain the higher score. That doesn't sound controversial, but once you get out there on the range, these people can really argue and debate for some arrow calls. Like, I think it's there, and usually the group majority has to, you decide as a group.
Right.
And I just tell people I'm pretty easygoing. I say call them like you see them, no hard feelings either way. But some groups will call them a little tighter. Some groups will call them a little looser. So every once in a while, you have to get down there and advocate for yourself. Like, oh, I think that one's touching, or I think that one's got it. And sometimes the rest of your group really doesn't agree.
So there's a little difference in 3D versus target. Target, when you're shooting target and there's someone that disagrees, they'll call a judge over and make that call.
Yeah.
3D, usually you're out in the field. There's no judges around, so you gotta be self-sufficient and figure it out as a group.
Yes, that is, and it can get a little heated sometimes, especially with the kids groups. Parents are not allowed to go down and score the arrows. For our junior eagles, which is in the ASA, the ages 6 to 8, the parents can go down there and clarify. It's like, do you see what this arrow is? And they'll point to the arrow, and the group as a whole says, well, yeah, that's a 10. And if they're blatantly wrong, you can correct them. But as a parent, you're not allowed to go down there and do the scoring for them. We're trying to teach them to be self-sufficient, even at a young age.
And you don't need parents involved down there by the target.
You do not. It is a recipe for disaster, and you wouldn't think that the 6 to 8-year-old class would cause a lot of controversy at your regular archery tournament, but it's been known to happen across the nation. So that'll complete.
So it's kind of like for target. They call it the field of play.
Yes.
It's a little different with 3D because you're walking through the field with them, but you can't walk down to the actual target to score.
Yes.
Not supposed to. In target archery, the difference is that they call it the field of play. So there's going to be this weight line. There's this archer's line that no parent can pass during that time. Doesn't matter if you're, that you have membership or if you have the Safe Sport training or anything like that. Doesn't matter on target. It's whoever's authorized to be there will be there.
Yep.
This is a little different because scoring is not done by the actual archers. As you can see, there are the ranching and wildlife committee members are the ones that are down there doing the scoring. It's a great way for them to be a part of this community of archery and enjoy this sport, which a lot of them have never seen before. One thing we've noticed in the past is that some of the committee members show up and they're looking for specific kids, and so they ask to be on those bales because they want to see these kids over the years continue to grow, and it's kind of a cool thing to see.
I know some of them shoot as well. We got to talk to a few of the volunteers earlier. A little bit about the committee. I believe there's 262 members, give or take.
Yeah, give or take.
So these people are on staff year-round. This is not a full-time
Volunteer.
Yes, full-time occupation that serve in the greater Texas area, and we've seen the numbers from this tournament grow since 2019. I know there was a COVID cancellation in 2020, but ever since then it's really taken off. I'm excited to see 3D added to it. And I'm glad to be here. Glad you got to bring me down here.
I'm glad you're able to come down and do this. Go ahead and show the schedule to us.
Okay, let's show
everybody can see. Let's see if I can get it right. I only redid it about 25 times.
So here is our weekend schedule. We've got 2 lines of qualification today. That's Friday. We have a 2 and a 4 o'clock line. We will have 4 lines tomorrow at 8:15, 10, 1:15, and 3 p.m. One qualification round Sunday morning. That is an 8 a.m. start time. Tara Timmerman asked me to emphasize that it is an 8 a.m. start time on Sunday. And then after that, for classes that have, I believe, 15 or more participants, we're going to have a live shoot down. So your qualification score, I'm assuming we'll seed them, and from there we'll take the best of the best and let them shoot off in real time, because we're shooting for real prizes, real money.
And also on the shoot down, that's the unofficial schedule. So as of yesterday afternoon, that's what it looked like. If there was more registrations that came in that bumped one of the divisions to 15, they'll be added. So just stay tuned. Once Neil gets that information, he'll go ahead and share it with you guys.
We want to switch over to the indoor. Let's see. So here's our target schedule. This is the other side of the tournament. We've got the paper punchers, the indoor shooters, the target archery. As opposed to 3D, target archery is mostly done in the winter, so it's a great time to go beat the cold and shoot your bow. So we've got a 6 p.m. qualification tonight. We've got 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. qualifications tomorrow and Sunday. So you're going to see a jam-packed weekend full of everything archery, from foam to paper targets. Let's get back to the broadcast here. So it looks like the archers are working on finishing up their scores from the first 4 targets. They're going to walk back to the line and move to the second set of 4 and shoot 4 more arrows and do it all again. So that was what you saw in that short amount of time. That was 1/5 of an official round. So you really are going to see them moving through these targets pretty quickly. It's a fast-paced thing. Normally at an ASA shoot, to shoot 20 targets, it's going to take anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, depending on the size of the tournament. So this is a very condensed version, because you're getting to shoot 4 arrows in a period of 6 minutes, I believe. So it's a lot quicker. Yep, good to go. So it's going to be a lot quicker. It's going to be a lot more fast-paced, and that might be beneficial to some of the archers. It's hard to get in a rhythm shooting 1 arrow at a time. So this format allows you to shoot your arrows more quickly. Let me see here. So what they're doing right now, once the archers get up to the line, they're going to range them. I believe this is all, because it's the indoor format, it's all going to be known distance. 3D is typically divided into 2 categories. You'll have known and unknown distance. So about half the people out there are judging distance, or if you want to call it guessing the distance. It's a little bit more than guessing. It's kind of dialed into a science for them. But the rest of them use a rangefinder, and they can dial their sights in or know the exact distance. So if it's 27.5 is what your rangefinder tells you the yardage amount is, you reach down there to your scope and dial it to exactly 27.5. So this event should, I believe, be all known distance. I don't think there's really a realistic way that you could judge yardage indoors, just because of the way the lines in the concrete are. And also, once you walk down to one target, you can step it off and have a pretty good idea what's going on for the rest of them. So we've got the rest of our archers back behind the shooting line, or the safety line as we'll call it. You see some of them there ranging the targets, everybody else kind of filtering in, and we're waiting on Mr. Brad Timmerman, our master of ceremonies, to give them the green light, give them the thumbs up, the shoot 'em up as we call it. Basically, it's just a safety precaution to make sure everybody's behind the line and ready, because they are on a timer. They are being, they're all being cognizant of, because indoors, the biggest challenge in indoor 3D is making sure you don't run over into the next line's time, because the domino effect means you're going to be there all night long. So I think they have a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes to shoot each target. We've got them here on targets 5 through 16 in front of us here. We've got the seniors and the intermediate. Let's talk a little bit about the different classes. There's some of your younger archers down there on the far end. So you've got the traditional recurve shooter on the far right there. That's recurve, off the shelf, stick bow as we call it. You've also got some bare bow shooters, and you will have later on you will have what we call some Olympic recurve shooters. Beyond that, on the compounders, we've got pins classes that will have short stabilizers. That would be more of your traditional bow hunting setup. And then you will have the open shooters. Those will have long bars, long stabilizer bars. They'll have an adjustable sight. Most of them are shooting a magnification lens in that sight. So you're really able to zero in on the targets down there. You're really able to see what it is you're aiming at. And sometimes the lighting, it will play a factor for most of these young archers. Indoor, it looks to the naked eye like you could see very well. However, indoor lighting is not as forgiving as natural sunshine. So when you're out on the 3D trail, some of the challenge when you're setting a range is going to be you're going to have some targets in the sun, and the sun really makes those rings pop. You can see the little divots and the indentions, and you can even see some of the arrow holes that have been there before. Sometimes it's in a dark hole. You can put it under a shade tree. You can put it underneath a log. It's always got to be visible to the archer, so you're not having to miss any obstruction with your arrow, but visibility is something that you can struggle with out there. Indoor, it's a little bit different. We've got some great lighting in here, but because it's coming from straight up top, you don't always see the rings. So some of these archers with magnification are going to have a little bit of a challenge this weekend. Now, 3D is a game of strategy. If you're going to shoot first on a target, if you can see it, more power to you. You might as well go aim at that bonus ring. We're looking at the antelope here. So if you're going to shoot at the lower, typically that white target where that lower 12 is, you'll see an arrow in the bottom of it there. It looks like it's going to be in the lower 12. That arrow is going to give the third and fourth archer something beneficial to aim at. So you can say, I'm going to aim just off to the right of it, or I'm going to aim just below it, because it's kind of on the left side of the 12. Most of these kids are shooting a larger diameter shaft. They're shooting what's called a line buster. I believe for this event, the max arrow diameter is 23. It's 23/64 of an inch, or a 23 diameter shaft. And you can really fill up a 12 ring. It's a little bigger than a quarter. So you can imagine if you've got 3 of those in there in the size of a quarter and you're shooting fourth, it's probably time to try the upper. You really can, if they have it, we call it a kick out in 3D archery. If there's another arrow in it and you're aiming too close to it and you hit the back end of that, your arrow has the possibility of deflecting, basically, for it could be a 10, it could even be an 8 or a 5. So these archers have to work with what the target gives them and what their fellow competitors give them. So it's almost like they're playing, there's no defense in archery, but you don't want to make a bad decision before you shoot, just because if it's if there's 3 arrows in the upper and you're the fourth one to shoot that target, it's probably time to try for an upper. So it looks like they're going to rotate now. This is either their third or fourth target of this group. They're all you'll see them all ranging it so they know exactly how far. Usually with a modern bow, every yard that you would be off is give or take an inch high or low. So if you shoot a 25-yard target for 23 yards, you're going to be off by about 2 inches. So the amount of accuracy these kids are able to put out there is pretty impressive. I mean, even on these modern sights, in between each yardage, you you could have 6, 7, 8 clicks on that site. So if it's 23.3 yards, you can pretty much dial that site directly into it. And the amazing thing is these kids are they're actually good enough that it makes a difference. So a click up or a click down could mean the difference between a 12 and an 8. So as far as scoring goes, 200 is considered your par. So you're expected to average a 10 on all 20 targets. If you shoot a 12, you're considered up 2. So a 202 on a 200 round would be up 2. 198 on a 200 round would be down 2. So for every 12 ring or bonus ring that these archers are hitting, they're gaining 2 points above par. So unlike golf, you want to be above par, not under par. That's the game of strategy. And then the shots that don't go so well, your 8s and your 5s, that takes away. So if you're 5 down, you had a pretty average day, but you shot 1 nickel, like very, very much likely. So you were 5 away from your bonus. That would mean you probably shot 19 10s and a single 5. Or if you're like me, you shot, 10 12s and 3 nickels. So you could still be, you could be 10 up on your 12 ring count, but still not reach par because of a few bad arrows. So every shot counts. It is a high leverage situation that these young archers are navigating, and they're doing it in real time. A lot of this comes down to what we call course management. So you'll see the varying distances. Some of these targets are closer than others, and some of them are more visible than others. What we're going for there is on your close targets, that's a great opportunity to try to hit a bonus ring. You want to take a shot at it. You want to, if this was baseball, you would say it's a 3-0 count. You know a fastball's coming right down the middle, and you want to swing for the bleachers. If it's a max distance target, like we have a 40-yard max here on the end, if it's a 39 or a 38-yard target, and it's kind of dark and you can't see the rings, it's probably the best strategy to just shoot a center 10 and try to go on that way. Looks like we've got some of our youth archers down there. I know that's William Early. We're going to hopefully hear from him a little later on today. He's shooting right now, but I think he's going to sit in with us for the 4 o'clock line. William had a fantastic year at the ASA this year. He was a local champion. He was a national champion. They take these kids all the way across the country. Travel distance across the state of Texas is impressive. You can drive all day in Texas and still have more Texas to drive through. So they take them all around the state for qualifiers, and the outdoor season is between late January, early February, all the way through the end of July. So you've got 30 or more qualifiers at any given time. I know Texas and Oklahoma will release their spring-summer schedules about or around November 1st. You throw all those in, it seems like a whole bunch of fun. It seems like a fun summer, but there's still more 3D archery to shoot. You've got 6 pro-ams that are across the country. They have them about every month. There's one in February, March, April, May, and June, July. There's 6 of them across the country. We go to Foley, Alabama, and it's really nice because it's still cold in Oklahoma and not so much Texas. They got a little bit better weather early than we do. But we go to Foley, Alabama at the end of February to the Gulf Shores. We get some nice warm weather. We get some seafood, and we get to go to the very first Pro-Am of the year. Other stops, we go to Fort Benning, Georgia. We go to Camp Minden, Louisiana. We go to London, Kentucky, Metropolis, Illinois, and it culminates with the Classic in Coleman, Alabama. That is the epitome of 3D archery. It is like the Super Bowl of 3D archery. If you've never been to Coleman, Alabama, I highly recommend making a trip to the Classic. It is a ton of fun. You've got every archery vendor. You've got all the pros that are working the vendor booths, and it's got classes for youth all the way down to 6 through 8. Those are our junior eagles, all the way up to senior legends is a class that they just created this year for age 75 and up. Previously, it was master seniors 70 and up, but they said, well, we're all just going to see these guys that are still competing at a high level. We ought to give them a class to do that. So the ASA has obliged us, and there's really something for everybody. It's a family sport. We've got men's divisions, women's divisions, beginner divisions, pro divisions, anything, no matter where you are in your archery journey, there is something at the ASA for you. And we want to see you come give it a try. We want you to bring your family, get your kids shooting, get your wife shooting. And they actually work around the family schedule very well, because the kids will have certain times they compete, and then the adults will also have their own shoot times. So you will see parents that, like with the young kids, they're able to go either spectate or supervise, something like that. So it's a great time. And then we'll have in July, before the Classic, each state will have their state championship. So you can come to Texas State, you can come to Oklahoma State, Kansas State, Louisiana State. These are all usually, because we're neighbors, on different weekends. So you'll see, 200 to 300. I think Texas and Oklahoma last year were both above, 250 archers coming out to compete for not only bragging rights, but monetary prizes. These are events that you guys really don't want to miss. They give out hunts, they give out bows, they give out sets of arrows. There's raffle prizes, there's door prizes and drawings. And it's just our way of trying to grow the sport, trying to give back to the people that are the people that are coming to participate. So it looks like now our archers are on to their third set of 4 targets. They're almost approaching the halfway point. And you'll see them all ranging and shooting their first arrows here. And this is really moving pretty quickly. This is a fantastic event. You'll see all the jerseys that they're wearing. These are their local shops, their local ranges that they shoot for. You'll see their last names on some of the jerseys. You'll see I've seen their state flags. It could be an archery club. It's a fantastic way to show support for the sponsors that are supporting them. And some of these kids, honestly, are, they might be regional staff. They might be pro staff for some of these organizations. And you don't see that a ton in other sports, where your equipment is either given to you on a contingency basis, or you're given certain levels of support from these different companies, because they want to see you grow up in the sport from a young age. They want you to keep shooting as you get older. There's colleges out there. I know this year the Houston Livestock and Rodeo has opened it up to colleges that actually want to come set up recruitment booths here. So there's a ton of collegiate archery programs here that you can get a scholarship to go to college and shoot on an archery team. They all have their GPA and ACT, SAT requirements, but it's a great opportunity for these kids that want to compete at a collegiate level. We just saw the collegiate nationals happened this month. I think it was last weekend, and they go right back to Foley, Alabama. And once again, big shout out to Brad and Tara Timmerman. Their son was there competing, and they drove a trailer back with all 80 of these targets for this tournament to happen, and they do that every single year. So what we're looking at here looks like a upper 12, possibly at the bottom of that upper 12, and the other would be called a center 10. That middle bonus ring does not count for 12. That is what we call the IBO ring. That's a different archery organization. Here it's just going to be 10. That's what we're looking at, the bedded buck. And here is the grazing doe. We've got that top arrow is going to be high for an 8. The lower of the 2 arrows looks like it is in the bottom, or in the top of the lower 12. That looks like it's going to be a 12, and that is a safe side 12. That's where you want to hit them. Shooting them at the bottom, it does still count, but it is dangerously close to that 8 ring. You are flirting with disaster. So you want to aim at the connector lines. You want to aim on the safe side of that 12 if you can. And these kids are good enough to do it. You wouldn't think that at 30, 40 yards you can say, where on that quarter-sized bonus ring do you want to land your arrow? Looking at the mountain lion now, that's a new target for 2026. The ASA drops 2 new targets every year. Now, this one's been seen in the past, but it has not been part of the official 20 targets. It used to be a black panther, and that target was very challenging. It was very dark, so they have changed it back from black to brown and white, in the hopes that the archers can easier navigate those scoring rings. Because if you put a very dark colored target in the shade, it's very, very tricky to deal with. We see one arrow in it. That's going to be a center 10. So safe shot. It's a good shot. That other one, you see the arrow a little bit higher with the red and white veins on it. That looks like it's just going to miss the upper 12. That is also going to be a 10, but it's a great run at it. Looks like they're shooting the safe side of that upper 12. It could pull the line down there. We're probably 60 yards away from it right now, so don't take my word for it. I'm just doing the best we can with the magnification. And so you'll look at these bows with the long stabilizers. This Mr. Johnson here, he's got the AccuSystem SOS. That's one of the brand new archery contraptions. It's kind of a extra added amount of weight that is supposed to slow your pin float down. They just came out with those last year. You see a lot of people are tinkering with them. I've played with one. My co-host on the Oklahoma Archery Podcast, Dave Bosca, he's playing with one on his bow right now. They really do slow your pin float down. You can customize them and add varying amounts of weight off the side of that bar. So he's got the front bar, the back bar, and running the SOS system off the front as well. And that's just to slow that pin float down. Another great arrow, a good run at it. We don't know if it's going to catch that upper 12 or not. It's got a chance. It might be just a little bit to the right. We're not sure. And that's kind of a good thing because I'm glad to just be doing the broadcast and not have to go down there and argue for error calls. They do have a lot of volunteers here that are helping with the scorekeeping, but I do believe it's the group as a whole that makes the arrow call. We've got range officials here making sure the lines are safe, and our archers are off to score their third group of 4 targets. So that's going to put us a little past the halfway point for the first line. We're 45 minutes in. We're making great time. Always got to be time conscious. So let's go back over here to the information screen. I'm going to go transition to... Here's our schedule. We are on the 2 p.m. qualification line. It's going to take about an hour and 20 minutes. We're going to step away in between lines, and we're going to be right back here for the 4 o'clock line broadcast. We're going to have some of our archers hopefully come sit in with us and get to talk a little bit of strategy, get to talk about how the round went for them and just what they like about 3D archery. It's a great... Now, we're in the middle of October, and this is a disclaimer for everybody out there. It's deer hunting season. It's a little hot right now. We're waiting on that cold front to come in, but this is something that keeps you prepared. If you're a hunter, if you're a bow hunter or an outdoorsman, 3D archery is great all year long because you can stay sharp. You can come out and practice with your bow all summer long, so when October rolls around, you're ready to go. Tomorrow, on the 11th, we're going to have 4 lines of qualification starting at 8:15 a.m. all the way through 3 p.m. 1 line of qualification at 8 a.m. on Sunday, and then roughly our shoot downs will start right before lunch. Those are for classes that had 15 or more entries. So these kids are shooting at this event across over 500 archers. I believe the last number I saw was 531. They are competing for over $140,000 in prize money, scholarships. The winners are receiving Texas lifetime hunting and fishing licenses. So we're going to get back here and show you some of the scoring action. So you see the archers, they kind of got a squat or bend down to see some of these targets are a little short on the ground. You'll see them down there, all kind of getting a look at them, calling their arrows, and they do have scorekeeping help from our volunteers. They're keeping a paper copy, and they're keeping a digital copy as well. That goes directly to our Eyes on Score app. Now, having said that, I want to point something out. As far as the paper side of this tournament goes, you can see the scores in live real time. 3D is a little bit different, and I'm going to explain why that is set up that way. In 3D archery, the scores are going to Eyes on Score, but they are not posted in real time. The reason for that is if you were able to go look at it, and I was shooting in your division, and I looked at your score when you got done, and I saw that you were 8 or 10 up. I now have a strategic advantage shooting after you because I know that I have to hit 4 or 5 bonus rings and then get that 6th one and then just coast and shoot center 10s to be able to beat you. So they are going to be on the Eyes on Score app, but you won't be able to see them until the tournament concludes. That's a strategic decision. It's the same way at the ASA. We don't want to give one competitor shooting on Saturday or Sunday a leg up on a shooter from Friday. So your scores are hidden until they are done and finally calculated. So you can still check your scores on Eyes on Score for the paper portion of this tournament, but the 3D will not show them until the end. And we hope everybody out there understands. If you're new to 3D, you know, feel free to chime in the comments or send myself a message. I'd be glad to answer any questions. If you're seeing this for the first time and you're like, how do I get involved in this? How do I get my son or my daughter involved in this? There's a whole bunch of people out there, like Brad and Tara Timmerman, Texas ASA, Oklahoma ASA, wherever you are out there in the world. We would love to answer your questions. We'd love to, you know, come shoot around with us. We've got a lot of first timers that'll come out and they'll say, hey, I've shot in my backyard, or I've bow hunted for years, but I've never done tournament archery, and we want you to come be a part of it. It's a lot of fun, and it's incredibly beneficial to you because it lets you surround yourself with people that might have a little bit more experience with it. It might be something that we can, you know, teach you a few things. We can show you a couple tricks of the trade. The biggest thing about it is a lot of these kids shoot better than the adults. So you can even learn something from some of the youth divisions and the young adult divisions because these kids are shooting hundreds of arrows every day in preparation for this. Even the youngsters, as soon as they get out of school, they'll go shoot in the backyard for, you know, 2, 3, 4 hours a night. And it's great to see the dedication. Archers are shooting their 4th group of 4 targets. So we are past the halfway point now. Pardon me. So being 12 targets in, if you have a big lead right now, you still have time to blow it. If you're behind, you still have time to come back. Every arrow matters. If you were unfortunately to blank a target, that might be the end of a good day. Or if you're just having a mediocre day right now, you could still dig out. You can hit the last 8, 12 rings, and that's good for plus 16. You know, so it's never over until the very end. We've seen a lot of these rounds where you'll be with, you know, maybe a buddy or a friend or a competitor in the same group, and you see these guys battle it out all day long. You know, they'll shoot a 12, they'll shoot an 8 and give it back. They'll shoot a couple 10s, they're tied, one will be ahead, the next one will be ahead, and it can come down to the 19th or 20th target. It's a lot of fun, and towards the end of the round, you really see I'm working on a good score. And all of a sudden the nerves start to set in, and it becomes a mental management kind of battle. So looking at our senior group of archers here on the line. See, we've got one on the end from Knox Archery. That's our good buddy Glenn Scott out of the Houston area. His son Case is an absolute monster of a shooter. I hope he's going to be here for this one. Shout out to Glenn, Case, if you guys are out there listening. It's going to be a good score to beat if Case shows up. Right next to her, we've got Ella Britton from Claude, Texas, shooting the left-handed blue Bowtech, and you've got the Schleifer sisters, Addison and Elise. They are well known around the Texas ASA circuit, but also they come up to Oklahoma and win a whole bunch of tournaments. They'll on a 30 target range, they might be 30 or 34 up. So, you know, they're putting up monster scores, and that is a result of just the practice and the preparation and going out every single weekend. We're gonna let them rotate here. It's like they've got one of the targets down, so this will be their second in the group. They're just waiting on that whistle. Looks like we're all ready to go. It's very hard to stay in a rhythm for 3D. It's going to be a little bit easier here because you've got 4 at one time. But out on a 3D trail, it's shoot one arrow, and then you wait for the rest of your group to shoot, and you all go down and score one single target. Then you return to the shooting lane, move on to the next lane, and then you're off and go into the next one. So it's kind of nerve-wracking because the ground changes, the lighting changes, your footing can change, the distance changes. Everything is different every single time. So if you're like me and you've got ADD, 3D is a great thing for you because it's a fresh challenge every time. Let's see here. Go to camera 3. Let's see, what do we got here? Looks like we've got one arrow in the upper 12. That's going to be a great shot. And it looks like the other one, they might have been aiming for the lower and just hit high. That blue veined arrow, that's going to be a 10. They could have been aiming at the upper and missed right. They could have been aiming at the lower and missed tall. Either way, that's kind of out there in, call it no man's land, or call that a AT&T arrow, but still a safe 10. 10s don't hurt you. 10s are your friend. What you want to avoid with 3D archery is shooting 8s and shooting 5s. That's where you're giving back all those bonus ring points that you work hard to accumulate. Let's see here. Get the target on. There's the grazing doe. Show you target 17 there. That's going to be your victory arrow. In the middle of is the upper 12. It looks like you're going to have 2 10s. Looks like the Black Eagle PS23. It's going to be a 10 and another victory off to the left. It had the height that just needed to be a little more right. So 112 there in the upper and 2 10s. And that might be the difference for somebody between a pretty good day and a really good day. It's a game of inches. It's a game of accuracy. And the amount of precision is pretty incredible for some of these archers at a young age. Looks like they're all 4 in, and we're just waiting on the line to clear. Okay. Down here in Houston at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo event. This is going to be counted towards the 2026 rodeo. I know we're not on 2026 on the calendar yet, but this is the 2026 event. I believe this dates back to 2019, and it's grown significantly every year. They've added 3D to accommodate the paper side of it as well. So next year, mark your calendars for when this event rolls into town. If you live in Texas and shoot any kind of archery, we're going to have kids from 4-H, USA Archery, NFAA Archery, ASA Archery, anything you shoot, we will have a division for you with some really great prizes for all of our champions. Like you said earlier, they're giving out over $140,000 across 500 archers. Like, that's incredible. It's all scholarship based, so get a head start on, saving for college and get paid to shoot your bow. That's one of the best things about the ASA. I know there's a lot of other organizations that put events on, and it's like, well, you might get a trophy, you might get a medal. At the ASA, you can win money every weekend. And that's great. That's a great thing to give back to the community, because archery is an incredibly expensive sport. It can be. It doesn't have to be. Don't let that deter you from coming out and trying it. If you're new, you don't need all the bells and whistles and gizmos and gadgets on your bow. If you've just got a hunting bow and it's just got, no stabilizers and 3 pins on it, we have a division for you. So you don't have to go spend a bunch of money to try this out. Any given weekend, your qualifiers are usually $30 or $20 for a fun round, and we'll put you with a group of people that are, we peer group them, so you're shooting with people that are usually at your skill level. You're not competing against the best of the best. If you're brand new at it, we're gonna have you competing against people that are similarly grouped. That's a great thing. And as you progress in the sport, as you win out, there are divisions above that for you to progress to. So think about it like baseball. You've got the major leagues. Those are our pros, our professionals. But you've got single A, double A, and triple A ball for everybody that's not quite there yet. And archery, 3D archery is the same way. You can get a head start at the bottom, work your way up, and it gives you that level of competency and competition that once you went out of an introductory division, you've got a whole new set of friends to make. You got a whole new set of people to compete with. It's one of the best things about it. They're going over some announcements right now. So our archers are scoring. I think this is their fourth. This is their fourth set of 4 targets. I think they've got 4 to go after this. And it looks like we're just about at 3 o'clock, so we're making great time. Making great time. This is a fantastic event. Shout out again. Thank you very much to the Houston Livestock and Rodeo, all their chair members or their board members, all the support they're giving us. They have pulled out all the stops on this organization. I'm going to take you over real quick to the information again. We are on the 2 p.m. qualification line. There's going to be 6 more qualification rounds shot after this, and then Sunday for divisions with 15 or more archers in them, we're going to have a live shoot-off for over $140,000 of prize money. I'll switch you over here to the target schedule. Here is your target archery side. We've got a 6 p.m. qualification tonight, and Saturday and Sunday, and 8 a.m. and a 1 p.m. 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Saturday, 8 a.m. on Sunday, and 1 p.m. eliminations. So some of these archers here will shoot not only the 3D side, but the paper side as well. I'll switch you back over to the broadcast. We're just finishing up our last scoring group down here, trying to figure out exactly where those arrows landed, and it looks like we're gonna shoot the last group of 4, and that'll be the conclusion of our 2 p.m. line. So this is a fast-paced event compared to a normal 20 target round. Brad Timmerman's making faces at me here in his official capacity. Brad and Tara do a whole bunch for them. If you want to come hang out with us and spectate this event, we've got a couple of vendor booths, one of those being the Zebros Archery booth. They have revitalized that company, and they're coming out with some really cool new products we want to show you guys. So if you want to come see archery, if you want to come see some vendors or ask questions, this would be a fantastic opportunity to introduce tournament archery to you. So there's going to be a lot of shooters, a lot of parents, a lot of family members. I know it's not shown on camera, but we do have a big bleacher section. It's got a high rise, so we've got chairs on the bottom, we've got chairs up top. So you could bring the whole family out and see it and say, hey, is this something you want to do? Come talk to us. Come ask us a question, and we would love to have you come be a part of it. So it's an incredibly great community of people. It's very easy to get started in. You can go to any of your local shops. You can go to any of these Facebook pages. You can find us on Oklahoma ASA Federation on Facebook, Texas ASA Federation on Facebook. There's all kinds of podcasts and organizations that are solely there to promote the sport of archery, and that's a great thing. What we're doing here. Really looking forward to seeing some new faces in 2026. We've got everybody's kind of gone off to their winter schedules right now. It's deer season, it's football season. We're getting ready to have Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it's a little bit of the slow time. So you've got plenty of time to come prepare if you are if you're new to archery or you haven't done it. By the time February rolls around and you get your hunting out all November, December, whenever you choose to do that, you got plenty of time to go dial up your bow, shoot a little bit of indoor this winter, and then get ready for 3D in the spring when the snow moves off. We do start 3D generally end of January. There is going to be in Texas. They have brought back the Paris indoor, so it'll be this format like you're seeing here in Paris. I believe that's the last weekend, next to last weekend in January. So look for that one. You'll be able to find that on the Texas ASA Federation. There's a Facebook group and a Facebook page. So that'll let you beat the cold weather just a little bit. It's going to be indoor 3D just like this, but it's not just for kids. It's for adults as well. And those will be all your traditional ASA classes. So here's a condensed version of that, but in Paris this year, I think they took a year off, but it's been several years that they've had an indoor venue down there, and it's in the middle of January when it's cold and you don't want to be outside, but you can still come shoot your bow around a whole bunch of great people. So archers are on the line for their last group of 4 targets. This will be basically what separates your second and third placers from your champions. Like I said earlier, the last 4 targets can be where the nerves really do set in for some of these young archers, because all of a sudden the arrow matters just a little bit more, because you realize, hey, I'm sitting in the catbird seat, or I'm shooting my best round ever. And you just got to keep that mental management going. You got to keep the nerves at bay and just think about executing good shots. Hope you can see the targets well. Hope your bow sits still, and you just hope that you set your sight the right way and that arrow goes where you want it to. So it's been a fantastic kickoff to this event. What we're looking at now is seeing all these young archers compete for over $140,000. That's fantastic. They've got the grand champion prizes for each division it's a very large, hefty bronze plaque. This is a trophy that you want to come home. You want to bring it home, set it on the mantelpiece, and look at it all year round. But there's also lifetime hunting and fishing licenses in the state of Texas for all these youngsters. Also some very significant scholarship money. And of course, the best thing about winning an archery tournament is the bragging rights. For a whole year, you get to be the Houston Livestock Rodeo champion. And hopefully, next year you get the chance to come defend it. But a lot of these archers move up. So our age classes are 8 to 10 years old, 11 to 13, and 14 to 18. It is open to any resident in the state of Texas that's not yet graduated high school yet. So if you win, and it's like, okay, you win the 8 to 10-year-old division. Next year, if you're 10 years old and you're shooting up in the 11-year-old division, the targets get further back, the competition gets a little bit better, and all of a sudden, you're the new kid on the block. So you got to go, climb your way back to the top. So I bet we'll see some repeat champions from last year from some young archers, but a lot of them move up to that next age class, and the competition gets a lot better. Got Shelby Britton here at full draw, shooting her Bowtech out of Claude, Texas. Great shot, great follow through. These archers are extremely disciplined for young people. You see a lot of the youngsters out in the world kind of running wild, but usually they're never the archery kids. They're it requires a little bit more mental management, a little bit more discipline. Let's see if I can see anybody I know here on this other line. It looks like some of these are the barebow division. So barebow is a little bit different than your traditional recurve. They've got weights all around their bow. Some of them shoot mechanical rests. And what they're doing to establish their distances is they're moving that finger tab up and down underneath the arrow. And that is basically how they vary distance. So they call that the crawl. So these barebow archers can shoot several different distances. I believe it's going to be a 30-yard max for the adult division, but you'll see they'll put that finger tab up there and figure out how far away the target is and correspondingly move that finger tab down. And then the recurve with the long bars there you're seeing on screen, that's what we consider Olympic recurve style. So it's a recurve with all the parts of a compound bow on it. You've got long stabilizers, a long set of V-bars, which are your rear stabilizers, and it has a sight on it as well. So it's everything that you would see on a traditional compound bow, but it's the recurve version, and that is what they shoot in the Olympics. It should be just about, I believe that's everybody off the line. We're going to give these kids a big round of applause for kicking us off. Looks like just about an hour and 6 minutes to complete the shooting round. That's fantastic time. We're gonna step away for just a little bit while they finalize their scoring. We're gonna come back just real quick, and we're gonna try to get some of these archers to come sit in with us. We want to hear from them. You know, you never know who wants to be on camera, but we're gonna get us a couple of co-hosts, a couple of guest anchors on here, and we're going to see just how great they shot today. We're going to see what they wanted to do strategy-wise and if it worked out for them. So a little bit of like a post-game interview so much. We're here with the Raising an Archer podcast. My name's Neil Cooley. I'm your Oklahoma ASA State Director. Got happy to be here. Love seeing the kids shoot archery and just seeing this event grow. It's going to be a fantastic time. Don't go away. We're going to take just a little break on live on the air. We're going to play you a little bit of demo video to keep you busy. We'll be right back with some of our youth archers from the Houston Livestock and Rodeo. Thanks, guys.
We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. To the days down memory lane, back to the times when our life was a breeze. Feel the freedom again, my mind was at ease. The sky was so blue when we rolled down the street. So hey, I just wanna touch your vibe. I just wanna touch your vibe. Hey, I just want a good time, good time. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Sun going down, living the dream. Everything's clear, but the lines are the freeway. Let's do it again, like back in the day. Nothing can stop us from living the feeling. Hey, I just wanna touch your vibe. I just wanna touch your vibe. Hey, I just want a good time, good time. Driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day, good day.
Slim, man. Yeah. I'm at a rap tip. Tell them all just stand down to the cup goal and the stands clear. I've been out running Top Gun in competition, they know who the man here. I can never fail, I can never fall, counted up without a cashier. And last year was real 25, I'm a fast on they heels. Built the last, never last up the gear, hit the gas, I'ma mash till a meal. I can't be lacking till it's sealed, cause they too extravagant to chill. I ain't missing no games, road game, watch me bring it home. I lost a couple out here, it's a cold game, but I bounced back from it strong. We had it locked in before they known. It ain't no top 10, I'm the throne. This how you elevate it without selling out. I kept it true to me, ain't never testing clock. Now they like, who is he? Who am I? Never tired of running through a knot. Bringing pressure if you knew or not, cause I can never settle for another spot. Up the level, I'ma make it hot, but I never sweat them. No, they wanna see a king down to his knees. Please, I never let them. This is destiny and I rise every time. All of the odds I defy. They say the eyes never lie. Well, look in the mind, see the prize. Ball hard, no lesser. This dry mind, no Tesla. This whip glide like Dressler. Full court, I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring. Know they did it this big. I ain't show it like the rich did. Eating bread like the rich kids. Sending headshots and getting gigs. I've been on the run for some months. You know I ain't stopping, they can see it. Vicious with the pen in they mid. Could probably kill them all off the lid. This how the pastor act. You get no pass for that. Records my name in the books. You chasing the goal, probably give you a panic attack. Don't need no hand, I don't handling that. Look like they brought Mr. Innocent back. Yeah, I'm the one send them scrambling back. Don't got a thumbnail, I'm still on attack. Don't let them win in my head and repeat so my focus the camera can snap. We won't go back to no ramming, boy, I got it, I need platters and napkins and laps. I got that dope, you gon' have to relapse. Who want this smoke, I put packs in the air. Rock out a show, had their hands in the air with my folks in the cut, it's a family affair. I understand why they doubted this line of profession. Don't have too many succeed, but I'm gon' come back with a diamond. You bring that pressure to me.
Take my hand if you dare to stay. Feel the rush, take my breath away. If we fall, then we fall in flames. One more time, here we go again. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come near before it's over.
around and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life is lemons, just hold me. Just hold me. Just hold me.
We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. To the days down memory lane, back to the times when our life was a breeze. Feel the freedom again, my mind was at ease. The sky was so blue when we rolled down the street. So hey, I just wanna catch your vibe, I just wanna catch your vibe. Hey, I just want a good time, good time. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Living the dream, everything's clear, but the lines are the freeway. Let's do it again, like back in the day. Nothing can stop us from living the feeling. Hey, I just wanna catch your vibe, I just wanna catch your vibe. Hey, I just want a good time, good time. Driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good feeling. Downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day, good day.
I'm at a rap till. Tell them all just stand down to the cup goal and the stands clear. I've been out running top gunning competition, they know who the man here. I can never fail, I can never fall, counted up without a cashier. And last year was real 25, I'm a fast on they heels. Built the last, never last, up the gear, hit the gas, I'm a mash till a meal. I can't be lacking till it's sealed, cause this too extravagant to chill. I ain't missing no games, road game, watch me bring it home. I lost a couple out here, this a cold game, but I bounced back from it strong. We had it locked in before they known. It ain't no top 10, I'm the throne. This how you elevate it without selling out. I kept it true to me, ain't never chasing clock. Now they like, who is he? Who am I? Never tired of running through a knot. Breaking pressure if you knew or not, cause I can never settle for another spot. Up the level, I'ma make it hot, but I never sweat them. Know they wanna see a king down to his knees, please, I never let them. This is destiny and I rise every time. All of the odds I defy. They say the eyes never lie. Well, look in the mind, see the prize. Ball hard, no lesser. This dry mind, no Tesla. This whip glide like Dressler. Full court, I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring. Know that did it this big, I ain't show it like the rich did. Eating bread like the rich kids, sending headshots and getting gigs. I've been on the run for some months, you know I ain't stopping, they can see it. Vicious with the pen in they mid, could probably kill them all off the lid. This how the pastor act, you get no pass for that. Records my name in the books, you chasing the goal, probably give you a panic attack. Don't need no hand, I don't handling that. Look like they brought Mr. Innocent back. Yeah, I'm the one send them scrambling back. Don't got a thumbnail, I'm still on attack. Don't let them win in my head and repeat so my focus the camera can snap. We won't go back to no ramen, boy, I got it, I need platters and napkins and laps. I got that dope, you gon' have to relapse. Who want this smoke, I put packs in the air. Rock out a show, had their hands in the air with my folks in the cut, it's a family affair. I understand why they doubted this line of profession. Don't have too many succeed, but I'm gon' come back with a dime and you bring that pressure to me.
Take my hand if you dare to stay. Feel the rush, take my breath away. If we fall, then we fall in flames. One more time, here we go again. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come near before it's over, we shine like supernovas. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come here before it's over, we shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. No way back, we can slow it down. Feel the heat as it pulls us out. On the edge, yeah, we touch the flames. Hold your breath and count to 10. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come near before it's over, we shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. I can feel the rise, hold on tight. I can feel the rise, hold on tight. I'm in love with the Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come here before it's over, we shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas.
And the lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember.
We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. To the days, down memory lane. Back to the times when our life was a breeze. Feel the freedom again, my mind was at ease. The sky was so blue when we rolled down the street. So, hey, I just wanna touch your vibe. I just wanna touch your vibe. Hey, I just want a good time, good time. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Living the dream, everything's clear, but the lines are the freeway. Let's do it again, like back in the day. Nothing can stop us from living the feeling. Hey, I just wanna touch your vibe. I just wanna touch your vibe. Hey, I just want a good time, good time. Driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move through songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day, good day.
Slim, man. Yeah. I'm at a rare tip. Tell them all just stand down to the cup goal and the stands clear. I've been out running, top gunning competition, they know who the man here. I can never fail, I can never fall, counted up without a cashier. And last year was real 25, I'm a fast on their heels. Built the last, never last, up the gear, hit the gas, I'm a mash till a meal. I can't be lacking till it's sealed, cause they too extravagant to chill. I ain't missing no games, road game, watch me bring it home. I lost a couple out here, it's a cold game, but I bounced back from it strong. We had it locked in before they known. It ain't no top 10, I'm the throne. This how you elevate it without selling out. I kept it true to me, ain't never chasing clock. Now they like, who is he? Who am I? Never tired of running through a knot. Breaking pressure if you knew or not, cause I can never settle for another spot. Up the level, I'ma make it hot, but I never sweat them. No, they wanna see a king down to his knees. Please, I never let them. This is destiny and I rise every time. All of the odds I defy. They say the eyes never lie. But look in the mind, see the prize. Ball hard, no lesser. This dry mind, no Tesla. This whip glide like Dressler. Full court, I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring pressure. I bring. Know that did it this big, I ain't show it like the rich did. Eating bread like the rich kids, sending headshots and getting gigs. I've been on the run for some months, you know I ain't stopping, they can see it. Vicious with the pen in they mid, could probably kill them all off the lid. This how the pastor act, you get no pass for that. Records my name in the books, you chasing the goal, probably give you a panic attack. Don't need no hand, I don't handling that. Look like they brought Mr. Innocent back. Yeah, I'm the one send them scrambling back. Don't got a thumbnail, I'm still on attack. Don't let them win in my head, I'm repeat so my focus the camera can snap. We won't go back to no ramen, boy, I got it, yeah, I need platters and napkins and laps. I got that dope, you gon' have to relapse. Who want this smoke, I put packs in the air. Rock out a show, had their hands in the air with my folks in the cut, it's a family affair. I understand why they doubted this line of profession. Don't have too many succeed, but I'm gon' come back with a diamond. You bring that pressure to me.
Take my hand if you dare to stay. Feel the rush, take my breath away. If we fall, then we fall in flames. One more time, here we go again. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come near before it's over, we shine like supernovas. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come here before it's over, we shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas.
lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life is lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember.
We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day.
Welcome back, everybody. We are live at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo. We've got Shelby Britton with us from Claude, Texas. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
And Shelby just got done shooting the 2 p.m. line for the 3D portion. So we wanted to bring her on and tell her, of course, happy birthday today. So
Thank you.
wanted to spend her birthday doing her favorite thing, shooting archery. So tell us a little bit about, have you ever shot indoor 3D before?
I've shot it once. It was actually in Oklahoma. It was a lot of fun and it was very chill. And then this one is like so much bigger. It's still chill, but
It is. It's a big event. 500 people, 531 pre-registered, over 200 on the 3D side.
Wow.
So tell everybody what division you shoot.
I'm a young adult female open.
Okay. So that is the 14 to 18-year-old age class. So you're at the top of the competition.
Yeah.
So that's a 40-yard max.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay. Well, tell everybody about your setup. What kind of bow are you shooting?
I am shooting a Bowtech. What's it called?
Reckoning?
Yeah, a Bowtech Reckoning with a short draw because I got little arms. And then I have an 8-powered scope in along with a light because you can't see without the light, unfortunately.
You're
But,
shooting an 8-power lens.
Yeah.
Okay. What led you to that? Because a lot of people shoot a 6, maybe a 4, or something like that. 8 power is a lot of magnification. Did it help you see the rings out there today?
Yeah, it helps me see a lot better, but also sometimes, depending on the lighting, it can make things blurry. So I've kind of been thinking about switching back to a 6-power.
Okay. Do you have to shoot a clarifier with your 8 power?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you know which one?
No, I don't.
Okay. Probably one of the stronger clarifiers
Yeah,
then.
one of the
And-
bigger ones.
Do you have to as well when you shoot a 6 power?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, perfect.
I mean-
So for everybody at home that's not familiar with that, a lens will increase your magnification, but it will also make your target a little bit blurry. So a clarifier goes inside the peep sight. It's the little housing that sits inside the archer's string, and it basically acts like a miniature Hubble telescope. So your magnification blows it up, your clarification makes your target a lot more clear. The only downside is you sometimes can't see your pin.
Yeah.
You shooting a 19 diameter? 19 thousandths? 15 thousandths?
It's a good question. I don't know.
It's a great question. All right. So who's your local shop out in Claude, Texas? Who does your bow work for you?
Well, we don't really have a shop up there, but Justin Parrish, he helps me with my bow. So
Shout out to Justin
out.
Parrish. Said
The
she wouldn't.
Sasquatch.
She wouldn't come on the live
he called
stream.
me a chicken.
He called her a chicken. Said she wouldn't come do it, and she said, "Watch this, Justin. I'm gonna show you." So shout out to all our Texas Panhandle friends. We're getting to see a few of them this weekend. Not as many. He probably would have shown up. He asked if he could shoot the kids division. I told him with that beard, there's no way they're gonna let you shoot the kids division. Plus, you identify as an Okie more than a Texan, anyways, and come to all our shoots. So that probably would disqualify you as well as being
Probably.
40-something years old. So tell us about the ASA. Like, what if you'd never shot the ASA, what would you tell somebody is the best part about it?
Just how chill it is. It's very chill, and then you get to meet so many new people. That's one of my favorite parts, is just knowing all the people that I know now and being friends with them. And like some of them I can just text and be like, hey, what are you doing? What's up? And then, lifelong friends. So
There you go. And so recently in the ASA, you were our Oklahoma state champion in the young adult female open division.
yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So tell us about next year. Where are you going to be competing next year?
Next year I will be in the women's division.
Okay.
That's scary.
Are you going to go do women's known 40? So going to shoot known distance?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I've thought about unknown because I've shot unknown through 4-H, but I'm not particularly good at it. So I think I'm gonna stick with known.
I do like known yardage.
Mm-hmm.
That is it's a little cheater box, what they call
Yeah.
it. They just go up to the stake and click the rangefinder, and that way, if you miss, you know it was your fault.
Yeah.
If you're shooting unknown distance, you've got that built-in excuse. You're like, I shot it for 35, and you know it was 39 and a half, and you shot underneath the target. It happens, but not here. It was all known distance indoors, and that's probably safety concern. Just that you can see back there, they've got the safety nets. Did you have any arrows go into the safety nets
No,
today?
thank goodness.
Okay, you landed
Yeah.
all 20 of them in the
All
targets.
of them were in the target.
That's
yeah.
fantastic. Well, tell everybody else out there, what's the best part about tournament archery? Like, do you do any bow hunting at all?
No, I don't do any bow hunting. I'm not into that yet. The plan, I was gonna go last year, and then something happened and I couldn't do it. But plan to go turkey hunting at some point.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got a lot of longbeards running around the Texas Panhandle.
They're on my grandpa's land.
There
so
you go.
Might as well.
Okay. What's the limit out there? Is it a two-bird state?
I think so.
There you go.
I'm not 100%.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, have you shot this event down in Houston before?
Nope, this was my first time.
Okay.
So,
So, are you going to be a junior or senior?
no, I'm a senior this year.
So
yeah.
this is your first and
this is
last?
First and last.
Oh
yeah.
no. Well, sister's going to come shoot it next
Yeah.
year, right?
Yeah, my
Okay.
little sister will be back.
There you go. So they're kicking you out to the big leagues. You've won out. You've graduated.
Yeah.
Are you going to shoot archery in college anywhere?
I don't know, so the plan is to go to Texas Tech, and they don't have an archery team. They have an archery club, though. So
Okay.
I'll probably go there and then shoot some there's Corbin's Archery is down in Lubbock. So
Okay. What are you going to study down there?
the plan is to study architecture. So,
Architecture.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
very fascinating. I like it.
So like
it a lot.
drawing the buildings and designing them, or like pouring concrete, setting steel posts?
No.
No.
Definitely the drawing.
The drawing
version,
side of
yeah.
it? Okay. That's
I'd rather
fair.
stay in an office than be outside all day.
That's fair. Concrete's expensive. I don't
Yeah.
want to hang out with a bunch of welders anyways. Let them go do the grunt work and be in the heat. I understand that. So at your local level, you said you shoot some 4-H. How is this event different than 4-H? Is it, I know, because there's a lot of 4-H clubs here. I've seen a whole bunch of jerseys running around. We've got USA archery teams, NFAA shooters, ASA shooters. Everyone's kind of coming together for this event. What's the biggest difference out there for people that might not have ever, never shot tournament archery? They have a local 4-H club. Tell us a little bit about what that's like.
Well, I mean, the big difference for us is mainly the travel. Our club doesn't really do many outside shoots. We do a couple things. There's like Shoot Your Way Across Texas is shoots that happen throughout the winter season.
Okay.
And they're really easy to get to because most of them are like an hour or less away.
Now that's indoor archery.
That's indoor archery.
Perfect.
Okay.
Do we like
Then-
indoor archery?
Yeah.
Okay. We like
I'm a little bit better at indoor than outdoor.
Okay.
Or 3D.
I like indoor. The footing's good. There's no heat stroke. There's no mosquitoes, ticks, copperhead snakes, or heat stroke. So indoors, we approve of indoor archery. We spend all summer out on the side of a hill shooting 3D. So when it is time for the winter months to roll around, indoor is a welcome change of pace. So, so you shoot 4-H, you shoot ASA. What about the big national tournaments? What are some of the big shoots that you want to go to, or that you have been to?
Okay, whenever I was in like 8th grade, I think we went to the Vegas shoot, and I want to go back. I'm gonna go back eventually. Probably not this year, but maybe next year.
Okay.
And especially knowing how much I've improved since then. It's,
Perfect.
considering that it's one of the biggest shoots probably in the world.
Yes,
so.
it's definitely top 5 biggest shoot, if not the biggest. I'm not sure what the numbers are. What was the Vegas experience like? Were the nerves a factor?
Yeah, most definitely. But also they had us practicing in a carpeted ballroom, and whenever we were practicing, the only thing I could focus on was the carpet.
The carpet.
It was very fascinating.
Yeah, it's kind of squishy.
Yeah.
It smells like stale. Well, this is back when it was at the
At the South Point.
South Point. Yep.
Yeah.
Smells like a little bit of
It was
stale
like-
cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
From like 1978.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was all red and swirly and
Kind of
very-
dim.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back out there just to see the new venue that they've changed to. I didn't go last year. I went the last three out of the last 4 years, but I didn't go last year. I said they're changing venues. We're going to let them figure that out a year without me before
Yeah.
I go turn into a wild card out there. It's
Don't
like,
want to be in the crazies.
Yes. The Vegas Strip is a interesting place. You're going to see some sights if you like people watching. The sights, the sounds, the smells, the lights, everything. It's a audio-visual overload for some of us. So
That's for sure.
So what else besides Vegas have you been to?
I think one of the bigger shoots that I've been to is actually National 4-H
Okay.
shooting sports. So
Where'd you go for that one?
Well, that one's in Grand Island, Nebraska, and it's a week-long shoot. It's like 3 days, and then the 4th day is awards. There's actually awards every night, so it's really cool.
How'd you do in that one?
I think I placed 34th overall nationally.
Okay.
so
And this is probably hundreds or thousands of kids? Hundreds?
about 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
There's-
awesome.
There's quite a few. Yeah.
That's a bunch.
It's like, I think there were 48 states that participated that year. So, and then there's 4 kids per team per state. So,
So, what are the prizes for 4-H? Is there any? Do they do scholarships? Do they do trophies? What are you shooting for in 4-H? I was a little too old for it when it rolled around, so I kind of aged out of it before we got to 4-H. Or I don't even know if they had it in Skytook, Oklahoma in the mid '90s. So, tell everybody what they're shooting for in 4-H.
well, so I am from District 1, and so up there we have these really nice buckles. I have a couple of them, and so whenever you win your division, you get a buckle, and then you can win. Most of it's buckles, and then
We like
there's a couple
buckles.
banners. Yeah, it's
When-
nice. I like it.
When we started
There's-
doing custom ASA state championship buckles, the numbers in Oklahoma went through the roof, and it's like
Those are some
we're
of
all-
my favorites.
We're
I
all
love them.
rodeo kids. I mean, rodeo kids love buckles. Like it's just
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. They're shiny, they're heavy, they're made out of silver. Like it comes from Rowdy Silver out of New Mexico, I believe. So
Mm-hmm.
if you haven't seen and then Texas has the Gist buckles as well. Those are absolutely stunning, great looking buckles. Have you won? Let's see. Have you won a Texas one yet? I know you've won one or two Oklahoma ones.
I haven't. I don't really shoot Texas because most of the shoots are so far away from the Panhandle.
Gotcha.
So
You're kind of
I'd rather drive 3 hours than 8.
kind of out in no man's land.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what are you going to work on this indoor season? Like, are you have any kind of plans as far as changing the bow, changing the game plan, working on the mental side of archery? What are you looking for?
No, well, I'm definitely not changing the bow. I'm really liking my bow right now. I think one of the main things I'm going to work on is like following through and then not playing peekaboo and seeing where my shot went before it's all the way at the target.
Okay. So, explain to everybody else what that is when you're looking around the bow.
Okay, so whenever your shot goes off, you can jerk your bow left or right or wherever, and then peek around it to see where your arrow went. And then if you move it too fast to look at where your arrow went, then it will affect where your arrow goes.
So what we're going for is you trust the bow, let the bow do its thing, and don't worry about looking around the side of it because it causes you some. Is it a left miss or a right miss? You're left-handed, so you're opposite.
Mine usually go down and to the right.
Down and to the right.
I take it down.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. So everything you do is opposite of me. So I'm
Yeah.
right-handed. When I do that, I'm getting the weird left at 9 o'clock misses. I'm going, I just don't know. I start throwing clicks in the bow, and then you break a good shot, and you're missing to the right, and you're basically chasing your tail all day.
Yeah.
Which, you know, if you shoot enough archery, that's going to happen. What do you work on while you're on the range? Like, how do you talk yourself through a 20 target round?
Oh, I I shoot as much as I can, and then I talk to people a lot,
Okay.
just because it's like a distraction. And a lot of archery is a mental game, and so I'll sit there and like whenever I'm in my shooting process, I will sing a song. Like one time, whenever I got my first 300 at a Siwat, I was singing "American Soldier, I'm an American."
Okay, so
I
the
was singing
Toby
that
Keith
one.
song?
Yeah,
Okay.
I sing songs to myself a lot, and it helps to like distract myself and take my mind off
There you go.
the fact that I got to make this shot count.
Yeah, I'm what you call a nervous talker. So my people in my group apologize ahead of time. I'm cracking jokes. I'm dropping Adam Sandler references from the 90s. I'm dropping Step Brothers quotes, anything just to keep the good vibes going. Because if I get quiet and I take it so serious, it's like then the nerves come. That's when making a bad shot, forgetting to set your sight, just mental mistakes that are cost you in an archery tournament because you could have 19 great targets, and if you make one mistake on that 20th target, it's like, oh, I was having such a good day. And then it's over just like that. So I was saying this earlier as you all were shooting your last group of 4. I was like, you could be having the best day ever coming up on these last 4 targets, and all of a sudden, here comes the nerves, here comes the shakes, here comes the mental, the demon on your shoulder. So, or you could be halfway through and have a mediocre day and come out and have a great second half and just come from behind and absolutely beat everybody. So, 3D archery is a high leverage situation.
And that's something that 3D has that indoor archery doesn't have, is the fact that you can come back from whatever happened.
I've heard indoor described that way. I think it was Tim Gillingham that described Vegas as, I'm going to give you 90 10s, and you can't give any of them back. And if you can do that, now we can start the shoot off. It's like you have to be perfect all the time. With 3D, it's like, I shot 2 nickels, but I was still 8 up. They're like, you should have been 18 up. What happened? It's like, well, I was still on the right side at 200. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not going pro anytime soon. So you can overcome those mistakes. It only takes 3 12s to erase a nickel. 6 up's better than 5 down.
Yep.
But you shoot it, you give it back. You shoot it, you give it back. Talking about this format, do you normally shoot uppers on an ASA, or do you normally shoot lowers?
I normally shoot for the IBO, and if it hits them, then it hits them.
Okay, so you're a center 10 shooter.
Yeah.
Playing it safe.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, is there any difference in not having to call the upper on these?
Oh, well, yeah. It takes a lot of the stress off of just thinking about it, and it just makes the process so much faster in general.
There you go. I try to tell people out there, it's like, if you've never done this, when you don't have to call an upper or a lower, it's so much easier because I've missed the lower and wound up in the upper so many times. They're like, you need to start calling those, bud. You're going to get some points for them if you call them. I'm like, I'm just missing that bad. Don't just let me be mediocre, please.
Yeah. And then as soon as you call them, you start hitting lowers.
Yeah, I've done that.
It's very unfortunate.
I've done that.
Yeah.
It's like, did you call that? No, did not.
There was one shoot that I noticed that I was shooting uppers at the whole time. So I just started calling uppers and then started shooting lowers.
Yep. Sometimes it depends on who the group, who's in your group. So I shot one of our Oklahoma fall qualifiers. We did those this year. That was kind of interesting. And I shot around with Isaiah Rael, and the kid shoots nothing but uppers.
Great shot.
And I could see his arrows down there, and he hit as many of them as he aimed at, pretty much. I mean, he's going to shoot. He's going to hit more of them than he misses. And all of a sudden, I was shooting right after him. I'm like, well, the kids got it. Kids got it dialed in. So we're all doing the Pledge of Allegiance here. And we're back, everybody. Don't know if you can hear the background noise. We had the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance before each round kicks off, and it looks like we are just about ready for the 4 o'clock line. So, did you have anybody in your group that you knew? Anybody you've shot with before?
No, I mean, most people you can just recognize because you've seen them before, but like I didn't know anybody.
Okay. So, is there anybody in your group that, like in your ASA group, that you normally see that you're like, oh, I got my work cut out to beat them today?
Oh yeah, there were a couple there. I was like, darn, but it's okay.
It's any dog on any day kind of sport, because I've been beat by shooters that I think I'm a better shot than, and I've beaten shooters before that were a much better shot than me. And you just got to go. You got to go put your best 20 arrows down there. If it's Texas, you shoot 30 at their qualifiers, so that's always a little bit extra. You got to shoot. You put your best score together and let the chips fall where they will. We've had a lot of questions on where will the scores be posted. They will be on Eyes on Score. The paper scores update in real time. The 3D scores do not. And just a disclaimer for everybody that's not familiar, the reason they do that is so you don't have a leg up on your competition. So if Shelby shot 10 up and I'm shooting in her division, I know that I have to shoot at least 10 up to beat her. I have a strategic advantage on her now. So the scores will be posted for the 3D side on the Eyes on Score app. They won't be updated until all the qualification rounds are completed. So I had a couple parents out there asking, why is my kid's scores not on the app? And it's like, well, they will be, but we don't want to give anyone shooting a later line a strategic advantage on them. So that's always, some people will tell you after, if like it's a Saturday, Sunday qualifier, they're like, man, I shot 22 up. And it's like, dude, don't tell anybody that. You better keep that kind of quiet so they don't know what the number to beat is. But that's just gamesmanship. If I went and shot 22 up, I'd tell every one of them, because I think it makes them nervous. They're like, oh, I'm 22 points in the hole before I've ever even shot an arrow. Yeah. I'm 22 points behind, and now they're desperate. Now they have to gun it every 12 because they know that somebody had a good day. So it works both ways, but traditionally in ASA scoring, because your upper and lower 12 rings are at the edge of the 10 ring, you don't want to tell people if you have a good day, because it might put a target on your back. Yeah. Or if you had a bad day like me, you might not want to tell them what your score was in either way. It's like,
I'm not telling anybody what mine was.
Shot 2 nickels and 3/8 for a whopping 26 down.
A little bit rough.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
How was the vision out there with the indoor lighting? Is it something, could you see as good as outdoor, or was it more tricky?
Well, it highlights like the different parts of it. Like there's like the muscle lines.
Okay.
And some of the targets that some people just have memorized, and it highlights like the different parts of them, and so it's kind of a trick play on your eyes. But other than that, it was decent. It's not the worst lighting I've seen.
Perfect. Looks like our 4 o'clock line's getting ready to start. You see anybody out there that you know, or anybody you've shot against before?
Yeah, I seen somebody a while ago. I don't know where she's at though.
There you go.
She's somewhere out there.
Well, is there anybody at home you want to give a shout out to? Anybody you need to say? Tell us do you have any sponsors? Do you have anybody that supports your archery sporting?
Oh yeah, Darton, Black Eagle, and Conquest.
There you go. Have we twisted your arm into shooting a Darton bow yet?
Not yet, but I'll get there.
You get there?
Within the next year, it'll happen. Yeah.
There you go.
So,
hey,
especially with the new short draw.
Yeah. So. We like the short draw. Yeah. What is your draw length? Are you 27, 26 and a half?
24.
24?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got short arms.
There you go.
So,
yeah. Have you how long have you been shooting the Bowtech?
I've had this one for like 2 years, and then before that I had my specialist for 2 more years, I think. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So you don't jump around every year. You like to get one bow set up and stick to it.
I mean, if it works, if it's not broken, why fix it? So
I'm the same way. Once I get one set up, I don't really make a lot of changes to it. I'm kind of envious of these archers that can get the new bow every year, and it takes a week and they have it just absolutely dialed in perfect. I'm not that good at bow tech. I'm not that good at shot. So it takes me a little bit longer to get one where I'm comfortable with it. And that's okay. I might be shooting last year's model. Doesn't mean I won't try the new one, but I'm not going to go tear my bow down every winter when the new one comes out just to try to, oh, well, the new one has to be better. It's like, well, you might have shot your best score ever with the old bow, and there's nothing that you really need to change with the new one. It's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So, well, Shelby, I appreciate you sitting down with us. Is there anybody at home you want to say hi to before we hop off here?
Nobody other than Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. Well, shout out to Justin Parrish, all the Texas Panhandle people. If there's anybody out there in the Panhandle, it is 100% worth the drive. How far was y'all's drive?
8 hours.
It is worth the 8-hour
hours.
drive to come down to Houston. We are giving out over $140,000 in prize money. You win a giant bronze, I don't want to call it a trophy, it's more of a statue. Lifetime Texas hunting and fishing licenses, and a whole bunch of scholarship money on top of that. So y'all come out for it next year. Registration is closed for this year, but we will have a whole bunch more action over the next couple days. So thank you, Shelby.
All right. Yes, thank you.
Y'all be good. Let me go to the information screen here. Here's your 3D schedule. You're getting ready to see the 4 o'clock qualification line, and then we'll be right back here tomorrow with 4 qualifications and 1 Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Immediately after that, we're going to have a shoot down for classes with 15 or more archers in them. That will start roughly at 11 a.m. So there might be some more added to that here in a little bit, but we'll see from there. They're doing their pre-shoot safety instructions for all our archers now, and we're going to get you over here in just a few short seconds. We're going to get right back to the action, and we're going to broadcast the 4 o'clock line. So we'll see you all just real quick. Testing, testing. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. What's up, everybody? We are back. We're getting ready to start the 4 p.m. line, and I've got Mr. William Early, fresh off a killer performance out there
Yeah.
today. William shot the 2 p.m. line. He is local to Houston, so this is right in your backyard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
How far from home are you right now?
I don't really know.
About 45 minutes to an hour?
Yeah.
There you go. So this is a local shoot for you. Have you shot this event down here in Houston before?
No.
Okay, first time out?
Yeah.
But have you ever shot indoor 3D before?
No.
Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so your very first indoor 3D shoot. Tell everybody, how old are you?
I'm 11 years old. 11
years old. So you are at that age where you are at the very end of the 8 to 10-year-old division because of where your birthday falls. So you'll be in the junior division next year.
Yeah.
Right on. Very nice. So without telling everybody what your score was, can you tell us how you did today?
I did great. I shot really good. It was really fun today. I loved it.
Okay. How far are your targets? You're in the 8 to 10-year-old division.
Yeah.
Now, is that a 15 or a 20-yard max?
It's 20.
20-yard max, so just like indoor range, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. What's your favorite animal to shoot?
My favorite animal to shoot is a coyote.
The coyote? Okay. You have one of those at home?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you get to practice on that one a little bit?
Yeah, all the time.
There you go. Tell us about, where's your local shop here in Houston?
My local shop here in Houston is Knox Archery.
There you go. Is that Glenn and Case's
Yeah.
place? There you go. Do you know if Case is going to come shoot this event?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay. Well, we'll see a big number out of him, I bet.
Yeah.
Shout out to Glenn. If y'all have any kind of needs in the Houston area, if you want to get a bow, if you have a bow and want one worked on, go check out Knox Archery. It's one of your local shops. Biggest thing for the archery industry, we always want to say is support your local bow shops. So, William, what kind of bow are you shooting right now?
I am shooting a Darton
Sequel or an Exodus? Sequel, right?
Yeah, Darton Sequel 33.
33? There you go. Short stabilizers and pins, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So for a 20-yard max, how many pins do you have on your bow?
I have 3.
3 pins?
Yeah.
Okay. You set them at 10, 15, and 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So for most of your targets, they're in that 12 to 16-yard range. Couple of them max distance?
Yeah.
How'd you do on the long ones today?
All right, but they were pretty hard.
Pretty hard?
Yeah.
On the longer targets, do you like to aim right at the 12 ring, or do you like to try to just shoot a safe center 10?
I like to shoot the safe side of the 12, or if I don't really feel good about it, I'll shoot the center 10.
There you go. So you're a young fella. You've got good eyes. How far out can you see the rings on those targets? Because you're not shooting any type of magnification. You're just shooting pins, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Can you see the rings on them?
Yeah, I can see the rings.
Y'all, anybody that's ever done 3D, you don't realize how good these young guys can actually see. It's not just that they don't have nerves or they don't have a day job to go to. They get to practice after school. They really can see them even without magnification. And the amazing thing is they can hit them. So you shot a whole bunch of ASA this year.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I know it's been a long time since you've had all these tournaments, but can you tell us a little bit about your because this was the first year you shot ASA,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
so
it is.
You had a whole bunch of wins all year long. Do you remember any of them that you can tell us about?
Paris, Texas,
Okay.
state champion.
Okay. That was the Texas State Championship?
Yeah, nationals.
Okay, so you went to some Pro-Ams too.
Yeah.
What'd you like about the Pro-Ams?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I like to watch a lot of other people shoot.
Okay. So you have like pros that you would go watch? Anybody big and
Yeah.
famous?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your favorite pro out there?
Forgot I can't remember his name. My dad liked him, and I like him. He's a really good pro. I don't know if he shoots still, but I can't remember his name.
It'll come to you.
Yeah.
You know what kind of bow he shoots? I'll probably narrow it down.
Nah, I don't know what kind of bow he shoots.
So what else is on your bow that you shoot? You have any companies that you shoot for?
I shoot for Darton or Knox Archery, Summit Bowstrings.
Summit Bowstrings. That's who's on your hat right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Hoping to see Mr. Bryce Talley down here
Yeah.
at some point this weekend. He's makes a fantastic set of strings. If you guys want a great bowstring, give my buddy Bryce Talley with Summit Bowstrings a call. He will get you taken care of. I know it's hunting season right now, so.
Yeah, it's great.
So what are you looking forward to next year? Are you going to shoot the Pins division again?
Yeah.
And so you'll
I'm
be
pretty
11, so you'll be in the last year of the Eagle class, right?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So still shooting one round at the Pro-Ams, and then the year after you'll shoot 2 rounds.
Yeah, I will.
There you go. What was your favorite Pro-Am to go to?
My favorite pro-am to go to was that's pretty hard.
Pretty tricky?
Yeah.
Do you remember how many you went to? 3 or 4? 4 or 5?
Yeah, 3 or 4 or 5.
There you go. Whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
So how'd you get out of school to go to all those?
I would just say that I'm sick.
Say these. Well, I hope your teachers and principal aren't tuned into the live stream.
Yeah.
It's a mental health day, is what we call it.
Yeah.
I gotta go shoot my bow for my mental health, and
Yeah.
just to make sure that I'm still better than the other kids in that division, huh?
Yeah.
So, tell everybody what's the best part of shooting with your dad.
Meeting other people, getting to have fun, and just see everybody and have fun.
Yep. So your dad, in the last probably year, has started a new archery organization, Early Outdoors.
Yeah.
So when I first met him, he was making all kinds of cool stuff like aluminum deer feeders that hold a whole bunch of
Yeah.
corn and stuff like that. And you do a little bit of bow hunting as well. Can you tell everybody out there what Early Outdoors is? Is it a shooting team? Is it an archery coaching academy? Kind of what is it?
My dad wants to get custom bows, and he wants to get other kids out to come, and he'll teach them how to shoot and all that.
Okay. So if you got a bunch of friends or
Yeah.
people that come over you might know from church or your family members or something, he can get them rigged up and started in archery. That's pretty cool. You get to do you help him coach him up a little bit?
I mean, yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes, mostly you're the talent, right? You're
Yeah,
not there
I
to
mean,
work.
I show them how to do it, just not really all the time.
There you go. That's fair. I was on the live broadcast earlier, and I was saying, it's like, y'all don't realize how good these kids are. They're going to go out and beat a grown man at any given weekend at the ASA, and it can happen. So there's a kid in my division who's about 14 or 15. His name's Jack Shaw, and he shoots in the K-45 division like your dad and I do. And he puts a whooping on us every weekend.
I could beat my dad any time of the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does he make you shoot from the same distance as him, or does he let you scoot up?
He usually lets me scoot up.
There you go. so if he didn't let you shoot closer, would you still beat him, you think?
Probably not.
Probably not. It's pretty fair. Cliff's a pretty good shooter, man.
Yeah.
So, are you looking forward to any specific tournaments next year? I know the schedule hasn't been released yet, but is there anything out there that's like, I really want to go back to that shoot and do good?
Oh yeah. I'd say maybe Paris, Texas, because that wasn't so good. I mean, it was a little good, but
It could have been better.
yeah.
You left some points on the table,
Yeah.
but you still came out with the win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, your
I
dad
did.
and you both won that one last year.
Yeah, me and him.
you
He's been taking. He's been trying to 5 years. For 5 years, he's been trying to win this, to win Paris, Texas.
know.
And my first year, I won.
There you
I'm
go.
like, it's not that hard.
You believe he went out there and beat me that weekend? Isn't that rude of him?
Yeah.
Isn't that just terrible?
Yeah.
So, if anybody out there is not familiar, Paris puts on what we call an AMAM, which is it's bigger than a regular qualifier, but it's a little bit smaller than a Pro-Am. So, tell everybody kind of what the Paris shoot. How is it different? Like it's almost like a Pro-Am, but it's just not quite there. So tell everybody about what they can expect if they go to it. Like, how's it different?
So expect like all the like stakes and stuff. Like they're not usually at the same yardage as they says they are. So just make sure to check twice if they tell you that it's like that many yards, and then you look at it and it's not even that many yards.
Yeah, so they've got multiple sets of stakes. So
tricky.
Paris puts on an Am where you come shoot 220 target ranges, just like a Pro-Am. It's every midway through May each year, right at the Love Civic Center. And it's Lamar County, Paris, Texas. It is a great opportunity. If you've never been to a Pro-Am, you can get the full Pro-Am experience. They have a GPO range. They have a practice range. They have a whole bunch of vendors. It's a big 3-day event. And they actually do a team, they call it the Red River Shootout. So they have a team from Oklahoma, a team from Texas, and a team from Arkansas all come together and shoot out. And much to the dismay of our hosts, our generous hosts, Oklahoma came and just spoiled the party for them this year, didn't they?
Yeah, y'all beat us.
It was not even close, dude.
Yeah,
It was
I know.
bad. It was terrible of us. It
Yeah.
was a bloodbath, an absolute slaughter. But like we said earlier, archery is any dog on any day. So
Yeah.
you know that you have to go put your best 20 arrows down because you never know. Some of these kids could put a big number up.
Yeah.
So are you going to come back and shoot this event next year?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sitting down with us today. I know you shot a great round today. Don't tell them what your score is. We don't want to give anybody an advantage over you. But I hope you end up towards the top, buddy. That was
I will.
fantastic work. We're gonna let Dad step in here if he wants to do a little podcast. If not, we're gonna get right back to the action. The 4 o'clock line is just getting going. So, thanks y'all. Stick around with us. Hey, we're back. Can you hear us again? All right. So we've got Mr. Cliff Early here. He's going to talk a little bit of archery with us. Cliff, your kid's a stud.
Oh, I know. How do you follow that?
I was going to say, does he really beat you every week?
Oh, he tries to. He practices way more than I do.
Man, he had a good day out there. We're not going to tell everybody the scores yet. We've been over why we don't do that. But well, tell everybody about how you got started in archery.
Oh, man, I can't even tell you how old I was, way younger than him. And back then it was archery before homework with my grandfather. You know, I was lucky enough and blessed enough to come up with some of the greats. You know, one of my grandfather's good friends was Charlie Langston. He's actually in the Archery Hall of Fame, and just a lot of good guys.
I was going to say, we were just talking about the parachute. I met you at my very first parachute.
Yep.
I can't believe that's been 4 or 5 years ago now. So it was us and Chris Tarver and Johnny Kemp. They put Johnny Kemp with us. You believe that?
Yeah. No, that was one of my favorite shoots is actually at Paris.
I like it. It's a little bit of a drive for y'all, 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 hours.
It's worth it, though. If you guys have never been to a big Pro-Am before, it is a 220 target round for a real fancy belt buckle, a whole bunch of your buddy's money, and throw in some good barbecue and a team shoot at the end of it. Like, it is a fantastic weekend. But have you ever shot the indoor at Paris? Because let's be real. We're all here down in Houston watching these kids shoot indoor 3D, and it's pretty epic.
Yeah, I've never shot the indoor at Paris. I'm not a big paper target shooter at all. So, I used to be. I'm not there anymore. I'm not there mentally.
Oh no, I'm at the indoor 3D.
Oh, the indoor 3D? No, I haven't.
No.
Not at all.
Well, it's back this year. Look for it in January. Texas ASA will announce their schedule, I believe, on November 1st. Don't quote me on that, but you can find all that information at Texas ASA Federation, or if you're in the north part of the state, you can also come see us in Oklahoma if you want to. And we love to see the Texas people down there. Let me see here. So, tell us about Early Outdoors.
Oh, Early Outdoors, we build just about anything you can think of. We'll build it. We don't tell anybody no, but crawfish cookers, deer feeders, anything aluminum, we'll build it, or steel.
You also do a little bit of coaching.
Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot. The options there. We haven't had a lot of people come out and respond to the ads yet. It's still new, still very fresh.
So you did that just to get more people into archery.
Yeah. It's not a moneymaker or anything like that. We're just trying to spread the wealth.
That's great.
You know, we got a little 10-course 3D target out there, and if anybody wants to come out and hang out and shoot some 3D targets, we can do that. We're partnered with Knox Archery. If they need any work on their bow, we can get parts and stuff like that through the archery shop. And I got a full archery shop there at the house. If they don't want to drive all the way into Houston to go to Knox, and I can get the parts from Knox Archery and work on your bow there at the house.
Yeah, I did something similar like that in Oklahoma with the Triple C Archery mobile bow shop, because a lot of our ranges have a 20-yard indoor range, and when we shoot field archery, we shoot 3D archery.
Correct.
We're always outdoors at the range. You don't have your bow press, you don't have your draw board, or your all the serving and tools and trinkets and gadgets and gizmos. So we rigged up my pickup truck with basically everything you would need in a bow shop that we can just take it with us and we go. So if you want to go adjust your draw length, or you want to move your peep sight, we can do that at the range. And I think that's so beneficial, because if you don't know how to work on your own bow, you have to drive all the way to the shop, all the way to the outdoor range, all the way back to the outdoor.
And hope they have an open press for you to work on it.
Exactly. So there's a lot of people out there that are like, look, let's just skip the middle part. I'll meet you out there with all my stuff, and we'll get you dialed in on the range. Saves a little bit of drive time, because let's be honest, we're in Houston. The traffic is a
yeah, it can be a nightmare depending on what time of the hour you're trying to go.
It is a factor. So what's the biggest benefit to shooting indoor 3D? Like, how's it different than outdoor?
The weather.
The weather?
The weather. We're not getting rained on or chewed up by mosquitoes.
Yep. It's bring a thermocell this time of year. What's your home range around here? Where do you go for some of these tournaments?
Banana Ben's right there close to the house, and then of course Buffalo Field Archery is probably the biggest one we go to. But we're travelers, man. We try to. I think we hit maybe 13 ASA qualifiers last year.
Oh,
so
wow.
We burned a lot of diesel.
Yeah, that's a big driving commitment. So throw in a couple of pro-ams on top of that. But you fly to some of those, don't you?
No, we drive.
Oh gosh.
We drive. We went to Alabama what was the last one? Coleman, where we got rained on. That was interesting.
Got rained on in Metropolis. Got rained on in Did we get rained on?
No, Minden was good.
It wasn't good on the scorecard. It's good. It was good if you like seafood.
Yeah.
It was good if you like eating what was that? Shrimp, crawfish, crab legs. Oh yeah. Sometimes you go for the people, you go for the food, you go for the sightseeing, and it just so happens there's an archery tournament there.
It's always for the food. When we're going to a tournament, it's so where are we going to eat dinner after? It's always it's always about the dinner after.
Yeah, I understand. It's like, because you might be 8 up, you might be 8 down.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a wash in the end. Like, I think at most of my pro-ams I'd be 4 up and 4 down, and it's just like, okay, 400, middle of the pack again.
Let's go.
Yep. So you had a good year, man. You won Paris this year.
I got to share the podium with William. That was really big for me. I've been chasing that one for a while, as he said. And I like how he's been chasing it for 5 years. It was easy.
Yeah, you just go in there and win it the first year. Like, how hard could it be?
Yeah.
And you don't realize that Eagle Pins division he's in, that's probably some stiff competition.
Yeah, and those boys are ruthless. They'll pick on each other, and like he was talking about they'll say it's one distance, and he's like, don't believe them. You gotta range it yourself.
It's 12 yards. And
Yeah.
whoever shoots 8 inches low is actually 19.
Exactly.
So, but that's part of the learning experience. You got to go up and range the target. What's the biggest advice as a parent that you can give them? Because parents aren't allowed to coach during the round, and the ASA has come out with some new rules this year that talk about what spectators are allowed to do and how much coaching is allowed. As a parent, how do you be on the range with him and encourage him and keep him, on track?
It's a fine line between coaching and like just encouragement, and just because he'll wear a 5 on his sleeve just like anybody else, and you just got to be there to get them out of that and keep them in a good mood and just support them.
I understand. It's hard. Hey, I'm 35 years old. I still get down.
Yeah.
Shot with a kid in Coleman a couple of years ago, and he'd been in my group a couple times, and I won't say his name, but this kid's a stud. Like, he should not be in the K-45 division. And he was on his way to shooting, like, I want to say 32 or 34 up, and he blows an 8 out the top. And he's like 17 years old, and he's just whooping up on a bunch of grown men in the K-45 class. And I was like, dude, just come back here. You are 100% better at archery than anyone here has ever thought about being. You just shake that off, and you just go back to shooting your game.
It's a big deal trying to learn how to deal with those emotions, man, because it's a good day is when you're shooting good. When you're bad, it's bad. And it's hard to teach them to just shrug it off and shoot the next one, because if you're mad, you can't shoot the next one if you're upset.
You can't execute if the tension's high. That's why I like getting in a group of people I know, because I'm joking and ha-hawing and cutting up. And you see some people that are a little bit more serious. But for me, what works on the mental side is like, I'm just trying to have fun. And if I tell myself that I'm just here to have fun, the scores will come.
Yeah.
You will make good shots.
It makes a big difference. Big difference if you got a good group. Cancer spreads. Yeah. So if you got one guy just with a bad attitude and he can't just handle it, and throwing their bow around, or blaming everything on the bow or the equipment or this piece of junk, and it'll make your day bad.
That's what I tell people. It's like, I've had good days on the range and I've had bad days on the range. The one thing that I'm always trying to make sure is that my bad day doesn't become our bad day.
Correct.
So you could be having the best day ever and still not have fun because, you got Eeyore in your group back there. It's living under a rain cloud, throwing his release through the woods. So,
but you see it every tournament. There's one.
Somebody's out there trying to take, and there's nothing wrong with competing and being serious in the moment, but at the end of the day, what you have to realize is through these 20 targets, it really doesn't define who you are as a person. Like, the dog's still going to love you when you go home, and you still get to go to work on Monday morning.
That's correct.
Everybody thinks in the upper divisions, the semi-pros and the pros, it's like, everybody here still has a day job, right? Like, it's not like if you win the tournament, they're going to have a parade for you, name a street after you, give you your own holiday, and you never have to go to work again. Like, you could win thousands and thousands of dollars, but it's not life-changing money.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I can have a bad tournament and a good tournament. When I go to work on Monday, nobody cares.
Oh yeah, I've shot 2 tournaments in the same weekend before and had a good and a bad time.
Yeah.
So figure that one out. It's like, why did it work so good?
That's every pro-am for me.
Yeah.
Good day and a bad day.
Good day and a bad day. It's like, and a lot of the people that win, they'll shoot 24, 26 up, and then their other score will be like 8 or 10. So they'll have a really good day and then just what they would consider a mediocre day. But putting those 2 good rounds together, they'll wind up on the podium, and you're sitting there with I call it Happy Gilmore check, the big golf, giant golf checks, and all the sponsors.
I was finally able to put 2 days together, and that was at Paris. And it just, when it's clicking, and it just all came together for 2 days. And
mine was a good first day, and I was in like 3rd or 4th the first day and fell off the second day.
Fell off on the second.
I had one that I don't think I set my sight right on. I ranged it. I walked back to my bow. I don't know what happened. Still don't know.
I put more pressure on myself with William, because I knew that he was up there, and he was, going to podium, and I was like, I got to be there with him. I got to stay on top and keep him because I wanted to share the podium with him so bad.
You can't have him strutting around the living room wearing
exactly.
his buckle.
Exactly.
So it's how has his game as a young archer evolved? Like, because his first year he's just coming off of.
He grew so much this year, from the first tournament. Like I said, wearing bad shots on his sleeve, and I hate to say it, but maybe he was picking some of that up from me because I would get mad when I made a bad shot, and then I had to do some soul searching and growing too, and like he's with me now. He's watching every step. Mm-hmm. So I had to change and the way I came about it. And then he turned around and just become a really great archer in the end of the year.
That's been my biggest challenge as a state director, still trying to go compete. It's like you have all these moving parts and questions, and you got to go give the announcements, and you got to help people sign up and help run registration for all our clubs and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm still trying
You're still trying to, yeah.
And my only goal is just not have a mental meltdown in front of the Junior Eagle group. And you just don't realize how many little eyes and ears look up to you.
They soak it up. That's my wife took a picture of this year, and it's one of my favorite photos of me and William walking towards our target, and he's just looking up at me.
Yep.
And I was like, that's the moment that we're talking about. Is they're always watching and they're sucking it up like a sponge.
Why'd you shoot that nickel, Daddy? Did you put your sight on the right one?
Exactly.
Or you think he's going to shoot long bars and lenses eventually? Or you like having him in the pins class?
This is his last pins class.
Last one.
This is his last one. We're going to move him up now.
I was wondering when the day was going to come. But I was asking him, he's like, anything different on your bow next year? He goes, just domination, like all of round 2.
Yeah, he would like to, I think, stay maybe, but I don't want to just keep him where he's just dominating and beating up on kids. I want to push him up where he's ready.
Yep, because he'll be 11, so next year's 12 to 14 youth class.
Yeah.
So, yeah, gotcha. You never know. You go from being the top dog to the bottom of the barrel all in one summer.
Yeah, so he did a whole lot of winning. He's got to go learn how to lose a little bit.
It's a growing experience, and archery's a great place for kids to do that. Parents out there, if you're tuned in or you're listening at all, it's a great place to teach your kids to succeed, but it's also a great place to teach them to fail.
Yeah,
because
you gotta let them fail and find out what it feels like.
Yeah, and sometimes it's brutal. I mean, I've seen kids come down to the 19th or 20th target, and they think it's all clicking, and they come off the range just absolutely in tears. And it's like, that's just gonna have to be a life lesson for you. Sometimes it just doesn't go perfect, and
that's hard, especially with me. William and I are going on the road together, doing all these tournaments together, and we're shooting together. We're on the same stake, so his bad day can become my bad day, or my bad day can become his bad day. So I'm trying to be a dad, a coach, and a shooting partner all in one.
Yeah.
And you got to kind of juggle it.
So you're driving through for ice cream afterwards, and he gets sprinkles, and you don't get anything but a glass of water on the way home.
That's right. He whooped up on me all year.
Well, that's what you want to see. You always want to see him do, and you want to see him enjoy it too. I've seen him had good rounds. I've seen him have bad rounds, but he's always seems like you're never forcing him to be there.
No, not at all.
I feel like that's a really hard thing for some of these parents. Like, well, we're going to do archery, so you're going to show up, and sometimes you have to give them like a week or two off and be like, hey man, this is not a job for you. If you want to go throw the football around the backyard or take the fishing pole out, you can take a weekend off. It's not a obligation. But most of these kids, they realize I tell people archery is like a mental Rubik's Cube. You're figuring it out in real time, and once they figure out how to do one thing better, they see better scores, and they're like, okay.
Well, his biggest thing was course management.
Yeah.
Once he learned a little bit of course management, when to gun for it, when to lay up, and stuff like that, his scores really turned around.
Tell him about keeping him in a bow that fits him. Because he's going to be growing pretty much until all the way now.
Oh man, you should see his shoes.
Yeah,
we wear the same shoe.
Really?
Yeah, he's 11 years old wearing an 11.5 shoe.
Oh my gosh.
He looks like a hobbit walking around, but he's got good balance, good stabilization. Maybe that's why he shoots so good.
I was going to say sturdy base, right? So how do you keep him in a bow as he's growing? Do you have to constantly watch for his draw length to be too short?
Yeah, well, it's you kind of I can watch him, and as he grows, it's not overnight drastic, right? So I just kind of watch him, and then we're changing. We went through 3 bows this year,
Really?
and then finally Darton came out, and Scott come up to me and he was like, when he's ready for a real bow, let me know. And we got him into the 33, and of course it doesn't fit him. So Bryce with Summit had to make a custom set of strings and cables to shorten it up for him.
Shorten the draw length. So he's about 23, 24?
Yeah, 23, I believe.
Okay. And it usually goes down to 25.
Yeah.
Or 25 and a half.
So we just put a short string on it, and you move the mod just like normal.
Really?
And once he maxes out, then you put the stock string back on and put it back to the shortest and keep going. So it's going to grow with him for a while. And
that's another reason I love Bryce with Summit Bowstrings. He's got enough kids that shoot out of that shop that they're at, hanging out with Scott Hamlin and all them, that they're shorter statured. But there are certain adult bows, like a 31 axle to axle or a 33 axle to axle, that might fit them if the bow could be adjustable that way.
Correct.
Well, just because it doesn't come out of the box that way doesn't mean you can't take a shorter string. And I think the bow that he's talking about, the shortest draw length it would go to is about 25 to 25 and a half inch draw. So William's shooting a 23-inch bow, but with the right custom set of strings, and any bowstring maker could do it, but Bryce at Summit has done it enough that he's got it down to not only is it a great quality string, that bow's going to perform well, but it'll fit them as they grow.
Yep.
So he doesn't have to change bows every other year. I mean, there's great
just
kids.
change the string.
Yeah.
And when Bryce made the short string, he made him a matching set of regular strings too.
Okay.
So when he gets ready to switch it over, we just put the other set on and keep on going.
So how long till he's out bow hunting with you?
Hopefully next weekend.
Next
or
weekend?
tomorrow, this afternoon. Oh, no, we got a football game tonight, so we got to go to that.
Got a football game.
Yeah.
It's October. It's football season. It's archery season, and it's hunting season all at once. We must be in Texas.
Yeah, we're 2 weeks in. or 2 or 3 weeks in. I haven't even seen the stand.
Really?
And I hunt in my backyard.
Yeah.
We've just been so busy running.
It's never a dull moment around here. Dude, I was honestly worried about coming down here because it's OU Texas weekend. And my wife told me, she was like, oh, they all hate Texas. That's A&M down there. It's Houston. I was like, oh, okay, so they want the Longhorns to lose too? They're like, well, I wouldn't go that far, but probably not going to get assaulted on the street.
Yeah. Then that's a battle in our house. My daughter, when she wants to go to A&M to be a veterinarian, and William wants to be a Longhorn.
Oh, he's going to Texas, huh? You know what he wants to study yet?
I don't know. He kind of bounces around. He talks about the military a lot and being a pilot and all kinds of stuff. So we'll figure it out as he goes.
He's
11.
Yeah. Well, I had it all figured out when I was 11.
Yeah, didn't we all?
Yeah, it changed pretty quick. But yeah, I knew I wanted to shoot my bow, probably go pro in baseball, and that just didn't happen.
This didn't happen.
No. I did want to be a baseball announcer though, so I guess we'll have to call this the second best option.
Oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah, this works out great. This looks like their archers down here are pulling their arrows. They're going to come back and shoot another round. Are they on their probably third set of 4? Probably third set of 4. Let's see here. Started at 4. We are 40 minutes in. They actually got through that first 20 target round in an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was great. I like being daddy caddy.
Oh yeah.
This is the first time I've actually got to come to a tournament, because we're not allowed to shoot in this one.
Yeah, I tried.
I hear next year.
I tried.
Maybe.
I said I'll be in the senior division.
Yeah, I hear next year they might let us in. But it's nice being daddy caddy. I don't have to carry all my stuff. I can just carry his and just be a cheerleader from the sidelines. It's kind of nice.
That's interesting, isn't it? It's like I can just solely focus on his performance.
And I got more nervous for him.
Watching him.
Because when we're at a tournament, I have to focus on me and him, so it kind of washes out. But
so, as a competitor, does that help you because it distracts you from your own game, or does it hurt you because you're always worried about, hey, are you shooting from the right stake? Are you ranging your targets?
In the beginning, it hurt.
Okay.
In the beginning, it was hard, and then I had to learn how to balance it, and I had to learn how to be a better father coach.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing being a coach, and it's one thing to be a father, and to put them together, it's kind of tough.
And trying to shoot your competition round at
trying
the
to
same
shoot
time.
your round at the same time.
Yep, it is hard. They always laugh at me up at the Oklahoma qualifiers. They're like, all right, what's the over-under on Neil taking a phone call this target? Because, we'll have a target fall over, and they call the state director.
Yeah.
What do we do? And I was like,
Pick it up.
Put the target back up. Try to put it back up exactly where it was, and make sure it's set. And if you need a stick to jam in the backside of it so it doesn't fall over,
Make it
again,
work.
Yeah, do that.
We're not.
But there's always a so-and-so has a breakdown. What do they do? I was like, well, you call breakdown.
Yeah.
Like I know we didn't have it on camera, but we had a young archer here on the first round had called breakdown, which is something that it happens to everybody. Bows are nothing but moving pieces. So you call a breakdown, you go practice on the breakdown bags, you get your bow back, and then to finish your competition round, he had his group and scoring judges finish the round out with him. So he kind of had to bow out for a second, had to go troubleshoot his bow issues, and then once everybody else was done, he hopped back in, and because you always have to have multiple people go score the arrows. So he was 100% supervised by his peers in his group, but he had to finish the round all alone on the line, right at the end. So
That's even worse.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. I've had to do a makeup arrow before when I was shooting indoor, shooting at state, and I had a bounce out.
Oh, no.
And of course, they're like, make it up at the end. And then, when you're shooting indoor archery, what do you get, 2 feet? Mm-hmm. And, and you just get used to shooting with everybody in front of you and behind you. And all of a sudden, there's nobody on the line.
Everybody's
whole watching.
Building's looking right at you. And it's scary.
It's different.
It's nerve-wracking, but you go in there and just cram it right in the X and show them all how to do it. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. If you make a good one, if the shot goes long and you start to wobbling, it's never good.
Well, I was lucky enough. I put it right in the middle, but I don't know how I did it because I think I closed my eyes and just punched it.
Were they nice enough to give you the round of applause? Were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, I got up to the line and I went to full draw, and then I let down, and I looked. Of course, the judge is right there with you, and I said, "Hey, can I get my friends around me?" And he was like, "Yeah." So all my friends come up and stood next to me, and then I made my shot. And,
there you go.
And
you got better friends than me. Mine say, "Don't miss, Cooley."
Yeah, don't miss.
That's never good. So if there's any,
I just felt lonely.
I just want my friends here to make sure that I am thoroughly harassed while trying to execute this shot. Yeah, it's. But I mean, I would be at a disadvantage because I like having something to reference while you're aiming. So a big thing in 3D is like, would you rather shoot a target first where there's no arrows in it, or would you rather shoot one last where you have a little bit of help on reference points for aiming?
Believe it or not, first.
First, I'm the same way.
Because I practice at home.
Just you.
Just me.
There you go.
And it's always a blank target. So
I'm not great at aiming off of arrows, usually because your eye grabs it and I'll miss to the opposite side of them.
Or I gravitate to it.
Yes, 100%. And back through it to the other side. Okay, if I need to be just on the right side of your arrow and I'm looking at it, I will end up on the left side of it 9 times out of 10 because those...
Where you end up actually torquing your bow trying to get that sight pin over there, and it's different.
Yeah, it's a far side miss instead of a close side miss. Part of that is the glowing nocks, bushings, veins. I'm one of the considerate people in 3D archery, and I shoot blacked out nocks and veins and bushings so as to not distract my fellow archers. Now, I've been called a few names for it, and some people think that is in bad taste.
And I'm the complete opposite, shooting all white 4-fletch with a white knock.
Yeah.
Because my thought is if I miss, I want you to gravitate towards my big old flower that's over there in the target.
Oh, yeah. When you shoot with Cliff, you can literally see a white X exactly where his arrow is. And mine is just about invisible. So there's different strategies to it. I shot with a guy in Metropolis 2 years ago, maybe now 3 years ago, and he shot a PS26 with a white wrap, 2 white veins, 2 yellow veins, and a glowing yellow knock with a shiny bushing, and it literally took all the fiber light out of my pin for an entire round. And I was like, Byron, you are absolutely killing me today, dude. Because as soon as I was shooting 10,000th or 15,000th, a little tiny fiber optic pin, and every time it would get near that shiny arrow, it would go just to almost like suck the light right out of it.
Yeah.
So I was shooting off my post all day, and me and Byron made sure that one another had terrible day on both of our parts, but we had fun.
Yeah.
That was the year in Metropolis. It was wickedly hot. It was like 108 degrees back there. Still heat. But we wouldn't miss it for the world.
No.
You don't go to the north one, do you?
No, we just do the 2, Minden and Coleman, but we'll try to catch some more this year. Getting William into it, it's made it a lot funner. Because I used to feel real guilty about leaving the kids and stuff like that. And now that he's coming with me, I'm like, okay, let's go.
Now you just have to dodge the truancy officer.
Exactly. I hope they're not watching.
He homeschools on Fridays. Just Fridays only.
Just Fridays only.
Monday through Thursday regular school, co-op on Friday. Because I mean, you could probably justify that. I mean, this is science. This is math.
Oh,
physics.
it's all of it.
Yeah, it's physics, aerodynamics, a little bit of science, wind, drag, acceleration.
Yeah. Mental game.
Yeah, I guess that's some kind of life skills. And we're all clearly athletes, so this could be considered physical education as well. Archery is sometimes described as a sport for unathletic people. Kind of took that personal when I heard that.
It and golf.
Golf, yeah. Yeah, but it's so much cooler than golf. Like, when have you ever seen someone golfing and be like, man, that's awesome. I want to be able to do what he does.
Well, when you hit one straight every once in a while, if you got a bad hook like I do, when you hit one straight, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, see, I'll go look for my arrows all day long. I'm not spending 10 seconds of my life looking for a golf ball.
No, not at all.
No, I'll drop one wherever yours lands, and I'll just kind of play off of that. Like arrows. Yeah,
that's why I enjoy golf so much, because I'm so bad at it, and I don't care to get good at it, so it's fun. You just go out there and smash the heck out of a golf ball, and it's pretty fun.
There you go. So tell us a little bit more about, as a parent, and they want to get their kid into archery, what should those parents know going into that? Like, if they wanted to come shoot this event next year and they want to mark it on their calendar, how would they get ready for something like this?
Go to your local pro shop. You know, don't just go buy a bow off the street or in a pawn shop, or, you know, but a bow's got to fit you before you to enjoy it. And, you know, a pro shop can help. I mean, they all got good advice and bad advice sometimes, but mostly good advice. And just go to a pro shop and then maybe find a local coach.
Yep. It helps the learning curve significantly. And I always tell people, you got to be very careful introducing people to archery, because if they have a bad time, their bow doesn't fit, slaps their arm,
they're done.
They might be done forever. And if you go to a pro shop and you have some old good guy behind the counter that's like, come here, sir, come here, young whippersnapper, I'm going to learn you up one. And you're like, oh, gosh, who's this guy I just turned my kid over to?
Exactly.
Well, they probably are going to be very helpful, because they've seen years and years of people doing it the wrong way. And if you're ever around tournament archers, target archers, some people think we're, you know, maybe a little cliquey, maybe a little bit of a know-it-all, but we really just don't want to see you struggle with something that can be prevented. So don't take archery advice as, that guy was critical of me and he was criticizing.
Right.
No,
We're just trying to help.
I want you to have your best day ever, and then the next time I want you to come back, I want you to have your best day ever again. And then, you know, 2 or 3 years in, you hit that plateau and you're like, okay,
yeah,
all right, it is what it is.
No, but it's such a not close-knit family, archery is. Everybody wants everybody to do good.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants everybody to succeed, and nobody wants to see anybody struggle at all.
Yeah.
So we're all wanting to help.
Yeah, and I mean, we shoot in the same division. We shoot against each other, but I don't ever want to beat somebody in the K-45 division because they had their worst day.
Right.
Because that's not.
I want to beat you on your best.
Exactly. I want you to come out, everything clicking, and now we'll go blow for blow. Like, I don't want it to be he boogered his shoulder up, or he just threw that bow together and it wasn't really tuned the way he wanted to. No, I want everybody to be just absolutely hammering. And sometimes you gotta limp that one guy in the group. You gotta help him through it, because he misset his sight and sent an arrow into Kingdom Come, or he started off nickel 8 nickel. It's like, okay, well, you're 12 down.
Let's go.
Pick
Nothing
the
to lose
up.
now.
Yeah, no.
It's a practice day. Let's go.
The nerves are all gone. Usually you see him reach for the hinge or reach for the button at that point.
Go try some new stuff. add weight to the front of the stabilizer. Take some off.
Yeah, start shooting uppers.
Change something.
Shout out to Scott Hamlin, Dart and Conquest and Black Eagle. He told me, he's like, you miss low. You only shoot lowers. Why would you not shoot the upper?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's very far up there. I'm a bow hunter. It's how I got started shooting tournament archery. So I like to put it right behind the shoulder and let the bow do the work. When you start aiming at that upper, it's a little high and a little forward, and
shooting target 3D is not killing.
Yeah, it's not the same. but you have to strategize for your strengths and try to minimize your weaknesses. So
it's all about course and self-management, diet, how well you can keep your blood sugar just right. I mean, here in Texas, when it's, it gets hot.
yeah, I about went down in Arkansas's state championship. I had we were at continental breakfast. So I was thinking bacon and eggs and everything. I had like yogurt, a muffin, and a bowl of cereal. It was just a bunch of sugar. And I got 18 targets in and started getting fuzzy-headed out in the heat because it was 100 degrees that day. And I was like, I need some sugar real quick.
Yeah, this game's way more than just archery. If you got to be a little bit physically fit, you got to be able to walk the trails, and especially here in the hill country, you're going up and down, and the heat, and stay hydrated, and carry snacks.
Yeah, definitely got to carry some snacks. A little protein bar, a little granola.
What are you talking about? I was cooking deer sausage and putting it inside a thermos bottle. That way, halfway through, we had a hot meal.
Okay, so for everybody out there, quiver food. How do you keep your blood sugar up? What's the best way to keep yourself fueled? Electrolytes for sure. Usually something salty to help keep your hydration about you.
What do the kids eat? I steal them out of the kids. The Uncrustables.
Uncrustables.
Yeah, you freeze them, and then by the time you're on your halfway through, they're just right.
Just right.
Yeah.
I really think if you're shooting 20 targets, you need to force yourself to eat something every 5 targets because it's not incredibly physical activity, but because a normal round takes between 3 and 4 hours.
Yeah, we're
to
shooting
shoot.
30 targets here.
Yeah, in the heat, Texas heat. Not like Oklahoma. Come to Oklahoma, shoot 20 targets in less heat.
Less heat. It's still hot.
It's miserable.
It's still hot.
Oh,
But
miserable.
we have the humidity here.
So we're actually doing a lot of doubles this year. So we're shooting 2 20-target rounds in ranges that are within 40, 45 minutes of each other. So it's going to be a brutal summer going down all this. Like, hey, you guys I'm just trying to get you ready for the state championships that are 30 targets. You shoot 20 and you go home, and you shoot 20 and you go home. And all of a sudden July comes and it's like 30 and we're dropping like flies.
That 10 targets is it's a big difference.
It'll make a man out of you.
Big difference. That's when we go shoot like Paris and Pro-Ams, I'm like, that 20's nice.
Yeah. 20 is good. But 20, go get out of the sun, get you some hydration, get you some food, and then go get you another 20. We're going to see how that goes this year.
Yeah.
So we're going to have some bonus money if you come shoot both rounds. We're going to take the high score combined cumulative from each one and draw them for some bonus money or some prizes and stuff like that on just regular qualifier weekends.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
it'd be good. I'm hoping that the 30 targets that way in July is not so much of a culture shock because you also have to do it at the Pro-Ams for certain divisions. I know in this men's known 45 class, if you don't hit that Friday option, our rounds are 7:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m.
And
both
same
on
day.
Same day. And 40 is a lot in a day. Like you can get
once you burn out, you're burnt out.
Oh yeah.
It's harder bounce back and go hit the mobile hydration tent.
Yep. Kelly White Mobile IV Hydration. That is the best money at an archery event you will ever spend. Besides getting coaching from Cliff Early Outdoors. But yeah, they have, she can get you a B12, hydration, saline, all kinds of vitamins and things to get you through those brutal summer months where the temperatures are in the 90s and up above 100. Because you don't realize that you're in archery and everything else. When you are dehydrated, the first thing that goes is your vision. So you're out there going, I just can't see good. Well, you're probably dehydrated. And you want to go see Kelly before you're dehydrated and not after.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people, they'll go pre-round.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the first thing I do. It's like, are you open yet? She's sitting there jacking the trailer off putting the trailer jack
Spike
up and
me
put
up,
the blocks.
let's go.
Yeah, put the blocks underneath it. She's like, let me get my stool out first.
Can I add one to my cart?
Pretty much.
My push cart?
Oh, that would be great. So tell everybody about your concoction of your cart.
Oh, it's
I wish we had a picture of it to show you guys. This is the single most genius thing anyone's ever done at the ASA shoots.
So it started out as a golf cart.
Okay.
And the chair was an option. It's got a spring-loaded chair, so when you sit down on it, it goes to the ground, and then when you stand up, it bounces back up. But I had, one of the shooter chairs also, and I had a spinal surgery several years ago, and it just got to where I can't carry my bow. When you start on target 27, and you got to walk all the way there, especially in the hill country, and you're going down and stuff like that, it would tear on my shoulder. I was like, I got to build something to where I can cart this thing around. So That's what we did. I cut the arms off of it where it holds the bag, and just built a custom arm to hold the bow, and just did a Kydex grip where it snaps in.
So you have a golf cart / bow holder / arrow and umbrella holder.
Arrow and umbrella
with a
holder.
built-in seat.
And a fan.
A built-in fan, charging ports, snack storage, water storage. The only thing it doesn't have on it is a mister.
Yeah, and I might add it.
Might add it. It's that you guys got to see this thing. Cliff will build you one if you really want. If you want to put the money into one, it is a fan, because everybody carries these stools and they're bulky, they're loud, and to get in them you kind of have to dig. Whatever you need out of it is for sure going to be in the very bottom of it.
Yeah.
So take that opportunity and stay organized, stay prepared, because everybody at some point has had heat stroke or heat exhaustion, and it's just not something except for here.
I've actually saved a lot of people with the fan on the cart. They get really heat exhausted, and we just put a wet towel over them, turn the fan on the cart, and a few minutes later they're doing a lot better.
That was the biggest thing for me this year. That was a game changer. One of those cooling hydration towels where I just throw a gallon Ziploc bag and I dump some ice in there and throw some water and before I even leave, and like the ice cubes kind of stick to it. But when you take that thing out, it is frigid cold, and it'll stay cold for 2 or 3 hours. And just throw it on at 9, 10 in the morning before it even gets hot, and get you. I mean, you're gonna be good and drenched, but it really will save you once it gets hot.
You're gonna be drenched by the end of the day anyway.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And then I mean, I always dunk them in the ice chest. I'm nasty like that. You don't want to. I try to wring them out first, but
Oh, so you're so courteous.
yeah, they're very courteous. I'll dunk them in the ice chest with that frozen water, because I mean, heat stroke's a big thing. We shoot archery outdoors, and you know, if you didn't have a good breakfast or didn't have any electrolytes, not the day of, the day before.
Yeah.
Start your hydration the day before or 2-3 days before. My buddy Rick Gilly, we go up to a shoot in Indiana, and I'm chugging a bottle of water every 10 miles. He goes, "We're never going to get there. You're going to stop for a bathroom break every 60 miles." And I was like, beats having heat stroke once I get there, man, because there's no mobile IV in Indiana.
That's right.
Yeah, I love it. I go see her at the beginning of every pro-am, if it's going to be hot or not, because you're going to perform better. You're going to feel better, because you don't realize the amount of concentration these
I'm waiting for her to get a massage table in there.
Would be good. Or just the chair would be fine.
Just a chair.
Yeah. Get the old leg squeezer and the back rubber. That would be great. We'll have to sponsor one of those get one of those sponsored from the Oklahoma Archery Podcast. So what's your favorite tournament to go to? Like what's that special?
Hands down, Paris.
Paris, Texas?
Yeah. The paved cart path, and it's turned into a family trip, you know, and a little mini vacation, and we really enjoy it. A couple of years ago, we actually rented an RV and drove it. Mm-hmm. Drove it all the way there, and that was fun.
You could stay on site and grill out.
Yeah.
Throw them a dog or a hot dog or a hamburger. That was good.
Yeah, we rented an RV, and then last year we didn't drive, but the year before last, we rented a fifth wheel and just had it dropped on location. Instead of hauling it, they'll drop it and set it up.
That sounds fantastic. Stay on site there and everything else. So, do you think they're going to do the team shoot again this year, or did we beat you guys bad enough they're just going to quit?
You definitely took it home. It was brutal.
That was brutal.
It was brutal. Well, once you get in the hole, and then everybody's like trying to be the hero and dig us out, and you're shooting. Everybody starts shooting for the 14, and not everybody's hitting them.
It was the state directors are the ones that shoot at the very end, and we were up like by 80 points or something. Like, Neil, shoot at the 14s. And I was like, I don't shoot at 14s, okay? If I ever go pro, they'll pay me to shoot at those 14s. Until then, I'm just going to disregard them. And they're like, you're up by 90 points.
Yeah, shoot at it. Hit an eyeball. It doesn't matter.
I think I shot an 8, a 10, and an 8 at the last one. I finally shot at the 14, and just put it close. Couldn't see it. Punched it off. Missed it by just a hair. But that's always fun. My first year, I wasn't the state director yet. I was just a acting coordinator for the team, and just calling people to try to get them to stay on Saturday night for the team shoot. And they're like, "Oh, we were already headed home. We didn't know anything about it."
Y'all beat us so bad, I almost moved.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm not switching teams.
Oh yeah, you'd be a far poke for Oklahoma. You're gonna have to move quite a bit north.
Yeah.
Oh man, but you never know. Next year, you just gotta organize your best of your best and make sure they're gonna go to the Paris shoot. I always put it on our schedule. I'm trying to figure out a way to add the 2 rounds in Paris to our shooter of the year somehow.
I
because
think if they could make it a qualifier or like a tri-state qualifier, we'd get so many more people.
yeah,
I mean, that weekend we're competing with prom, also,
and graduation.
yeah,
sure.
graduation. That's it. So,
Okay.
but it was really windy that day, also for the Red River. It had a severe crosswind.
Yep. So we are out there in the middle of a field, and it's representatives from every most classes, and you're all coming together on a state-by-state basis to shoot for a big old trophy. They used to give out a bow for it, but I think they knew Oklahoma was gonna take it home. That
They shorted
year.
y'all.
They shorted us a bow. It was kind of rough. It was really, I mean, we still had some bows to give away at state,
Yeah.
but I think the bragging rights were enough there that we could.
That's what it's all about, is the bragging rights. But you talk about how bad, or win or lose, we're still all brotherhoods. We actually went to dinner with y'all that night.
We had at least 125 people.
It was a
go eat.
huge room.
It was fun. That was the absolute best part of it, because we have people from Louisiana come over. We tried to invite as many Arkansas people, and we packed the whole back room out. What was that seafood place?
I don't.
was right- it
I
was
can't
right-
even tell you the name of it.
It was right by the Stockade Sirloin, like 1 or 2 streets down. Well, like one exit down from the Stockade Sirloin Stockade.
I don't know.
It was good. We'll definitely go in there. Definitely go in there next year. We got to bring the trophy. They told me, they're like, no, the trophy has to stay here. I was like, I might.
You're like, nope.
I might bring her back tomorrow, but we're gonna take her for the night.
Photo op.
Yeah, it was great. Got all the kids got to sit with it at the table, and they got to hold it up. And I'm trying to get it to where the kids division is represented in that, because there's not every state has the youth that Oklahoma and Texas do. So we want to include them, but we don't want it to be like discriminatory that another state doesn't have
Right.
a youth shooter in that class. So we're trying to find a way to work the kids into it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best thing about where we're at down here in Houston right now, is that this is just for the kids. And you have all kind of organizations out there that are doing stuff that's like, Cliff and I would probably love to be out here shooting.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
My 3D
If
bow's
they-
still
if-
dialed in.
If they'd let me in, I'd shoot it.
I say we
But
hang,
I
hang
heard
out.
I heard a little rumor next year they might do it.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Well, you'll be able to. I'm from Oklahoma, so I won't get to join in the fun.
Yeah.
I told them, I say, I know they want to keep it to just Texas residents, but this event, if they would open it up to outside states, I think there would be 1,000 kids on each side of it.
Yeah.
So,
And there's a ton of tough shooters. These kids are awesome.
yeah, it's good to get everybody together, because not everybody shoots ASA, not everybody shoots 4-H, or I've seen USA archery kids here that are shooting 3D for the very first time, and it's like, hey, go give it a try. I mean, at least you'll have that like benchmark to where how good. Like, I know the strategy now. Like when I first started, I heard upper and lower 12. I thought they were just north and south of the IBO ring. I had no idea they were on a
Right.
diagonal line.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, how do you know which one's which? It's like, well, the upper's towards the head and the lower's towards the rear of the animal, because your head's lower or higher than your rear. I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. I wish I'd have known that 10 targets ago, because this would have been a whole different ball game.
Spend another $500 on binoculars.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got the archers coming back down. I don't know if I think they've got one spot left to go. I think this is their last 4. They're either on their 4th pass through or their 5th. So we're at about an hour and 5 minutes. So it looks like this will be their last four targets. They're absolutely flying through it. And this is like, compared to what we do for 20 or 30 targets, it's a 4-hour endeavor. A lot of standing around,
Right.
a lot of
This
hee-hawing.
is nice.
A lot of storytelling. You know, Brad's got lots of energy over there. He's got his microphone. Shout out to Brad and Tara Timmerman for going to Foley. They brought back all these targets from collegiate nationals last year. It's the biggest thing I want to stress to these parents is that, yeah, it's a sport, it's a hobby, it's a family activity, but it's also an opportunity that these kids can go to college on an archery scholarship. So
For sure.
that is one of the biggest advantages for getting them in, teaching them a skill young, because not everybody's going to go pro. Not everybody's going to go work in a bow shop. You know, archery's not a full-time occupation for very many people. But if they'll pay you to go to college to get an education for shooting your bow, that's a great thing for the kids. You know,
It's funny you say that. I was just downstairs when you were interviewing William, another gentleman. There was a recruiter from a college, you know, pulling actually Dax aside over there.
Oh, what was his name?
They pulled Dax right there. They pulled him aside, a recruiter.
Oh yeah, you got. I did mention. Yeah, we've got some recruiters here from various colleges, and that is a fantastic opportunity for some of these young archers. Let me see. Can we get? Is he shooting right now?
No. He shot earlier.
There we go. Get these kids in here. I'm working both sides of the camera now. There's Colton Michaels there, and with his yellow title. That kid's had some pretty good success at a national level. I don't know as many of these other kids as I did. They're all in Texas, so we got they're a little south of my jurisdiction. But
and they're all older than my kids, so I don't know.
Big shout out to the Houston Livestock and Rodeo people. If there's anybody in the know listening into this 3D broadcast, I can tell you I had to break a whole bunch of kids from Oklahoma's hearts and tell them that they were not eligible to shoot in this event. So if it's in the cards for you, if it's in the budget or the schematics at all, we would love to come attend this event. I can at least speak for Oklahoma side of that. I'm sure there's some other states that are close around here that would make the trip down. The venue is absolutely immaculate. Like, there is no place else that could do an event like this other than right here.
Yeah.
So just for everybody tuning in at home, they are giving out over $140,000 in prize money, scholarships, as well as some pretty awesome trophies and lifetime hunting and fishing licenses for some of these kids. So for all you outdoorsmen out there, it's not just the target archers. We want the bow hunters to come be a part of it.
For sure.
Let's be honest. We're all just practicing for deer season.
We could be there now.
We could be there now.
Yeah.
It's about sacrifice, Cliff. It's about sacrifice.
If these kids would wrap it up, we could go.
Somebody called me on my way down. They're like, "What are you doing?" It's like, I'm at the lowest point of low. They're like, "Why? What's wrong?" It's like, I'm driving 6 hours to an archery tournament, and I'm not even taking a bow.
Oh,
They're like, "Oh, you finally gave up, did you?"
finally gave it up.
finally packed it in, realized you're 35 and washed. It's like, no, I'm still the greatest to ever do it, and everybody knows it. But this one's for the kids. This one's for the youth.
I'm glad they opened it up for ASA and other organizations to come in.
Yeah.
Because a lot of, like our school district, we don't have 4-H.
Yeah.
We're just FFA. So.
Yep. So you've got to have a sanctioning body. You've got to have somebody on a USA archery team, an ASA, an NFAA, a 4-H that'll sign off on not only you living in the state of Texas, but also being a part of their organization. So it's kind of an umbrella event, and the classes are a little bit different. I mean, these are not ASA classes per competition or age groups, but they've condensed them to where it's you're only shooting against people with your style equipment. So your lenses and long bar kids are shooting against other peers in that group. So that's one of the biggest advantages to it. So if you're brand new to this and you just have a regular, hunting bow, it doesn't have to have all the bells and whistles and gizmos and gadgets and stuff like that. You can come be a part of it no matter what your skill level is and have a chance at winning a bunch of scholarship money. I think they either send it out in cash or checks. I'll have to clarify that, but it is intended to be used as scholarship money.
Yeah.
But that's
and they feed us pretty good too.
Oh, they feed us pretty great.
Yeah.
The food is fantastic. Big thank you and shout out to the Houston Livestock and Rodeo for putting this on. I think originally it started in 2009. It was at one point part of the actual rodeo. But as this event has grown through the years, they've actually moved it back into the fall. And I think the only thing they have to do is pick a weekend that the Texans aren't playing at home.
Yeah.
So we're right off to the
kind
side.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, we're right off to the side of NRG Stadium. So if they were going to be at home on Sunday, this would be an absolute madhouse. But it's very accessible. There's a ton of parking. It's easy to get to, and they've got all kinds of They've got all kinds of spots for you to go park. They've got spots for you to eat. They've got a bunch of bleachers. If you want to come check it out, we're going to be here Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to switch this over to the information. So this will be the last line for Friday. If you are in the Houston area or anywhere in Texas and you want to come check this out, you want to see what archery, tournament archery is all about, we're going to be here for 4 qualifying lines tomorrow. That's 8:15 a.m., 10 a.m., 1:15 p.m., and 3 p.m. We're going to have a single qualification line Sunday morning at 8 a.m. And then immediately after, should be about 11, we're going to have shoot downs. And then I'm going to show you the information as well, because it's not just a 3D tournament. There's some people that like to shoot paper archery, target archery, and we're going to show you that right here. This is the other half, the larger half, actually, believe it or not, for the paper shooting.
Right.
There's a 6 p.m. line tonight. You can catch that broadcast on the Raising an Archer YouTube and also live from the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Facebook page. And then we're going to have an 8 a.m. and a 1 p.m. qualifying line on Saturday and an 8 a.m. qualifying line on Sunday, followed by 1 p.m. elimination rounds. Those will be after the 3D, so that if there are any archers that are shooting both events, they won't be conflicted and have to shoot one style or the other. So, Cliff, I appreciate you holding the broadcast booth down with me, man.
I enjoyed it.
This has been a lot of fun. We're going to get...
we'll be back tomorrow. Williams goes to the paper side of it, and that'll be his first paper tournament.
It'd be his first paper tournament ever?
Yeah.
Okay. Has he shot at his local indoor?
Not much. He just shoots in the yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can hear it in the
They're
background.
wrapping it up.
Yep, they're giving these kids a big round of applause. This is the first time they've opened this up Friday, so thank you all for, joining in our broadcast. Look for us again tomorrow. We're going to have some more guest anchors and try to kind of walk you through some of the action. Appreciate y'all riding along with us. And if it's anything that you want to know about archery, drop us a comment, send us a message. The best thing about archery is the community. And there's a whole bunch of people out there that want to see the sport grow. They want to make it accessible to newcomers, and they want to make it fun for you.
And if you just want to come check it out, there's plenty of seating.
Plenty of seating, plenty of good food. Air conditioning is fantastic. So don't be out mowing the yard. If you're not in a deer stand tomorrow, come see
here.
us. Come see us at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo. Thanks, y'all. I'm going to cut.